Here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, New York Giants running back Cam Scatteraboo. He had a promising start to his season last year until it was cut short by a leg injury. Well, over the weekend, he was out of Fan Fest where he chose to demonstrate that he was, and I quote, perfectly fine. So he attempted to do a backflip. And we say attempted because he didn't quite stick the landing. So instead, he came crashing down on the same leg that he had injured last year. So close. So very close. Meanwhile, in Utah, two brothers wanted to summit the east peak of American Fork Twin Peaks. That's the highest mountain in Salt Lake County. 20 feet from the top, one of them was struck by lightning. Needless to say, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Either way, the one brother summited, looked down at his brother who's on his way up, and boom, got hit by lightning. So close once again. Now, it's nice to have goals, but it's even better to achieve them. Earlier this year at the Boston Marathon, a runner covered the first 26.1 miles of the 26.2-mile race, only to collapse 1,000 feet from the finish. And at the Delaware Marathon, also this year, the runner who had been leading the entire race, just as they get to the finish line, they slow down, they throw their hands in the air in celebration, and they watched another runner sprint past them, and they ended up coming in second place. And then there's a woman. She went viral on TikTok because she was close to completing her 750-piece jigsaw puzzle. But her dog ran across the table and scattered it all over the floor. Yeah, well, look, we've all been there. You know, so close to achieving a goal or completing a task. But for one reason or another, we just don't. And that's what we want to talk about today. Those things that we almost did, but we didn't. And we want to hear why. So today's question, brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, is what were you so close to doing?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send those emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and now watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
At the University of Arizona Online, we bring a top-ranked education to you. We offer 150-plus programs, 100% online. Expand your career opportunities by earning a degree that meets you right where you are. Learn from the same faculty and earn the same degree as on-campus students. Build your future with Arizona Online. Classes start every 7.5 weeks. Apply today and make your tomorrow amazing.
I'm Anna Garcia, host of True Crime News, the podcast. Every week, we bring you in-depth coverage on cases making headlines, as well as those that go under the radar. Tune in for murders that defy explanation, mysteries seeking exploration, and shocking secrets that will leave you breathless. Each week, we honor the victims by going beyond the salacious in our search for justice. Crime never stops, and neither do we. Listen to True Crime News, available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hinge Health gives you access to pelvic floor therapy at no cost to you. So you can laugh until you cry, not pee, and tell pelvic pain to take a hike so you can too. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
All of y'all, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4567. What a large and in charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. Taryn Daly and Steve Miggs from the Daily Miggs Morning Show will join us. Sit and Spin today is the 10 greatest power ballads in rock history. Woo! The slow bangers. The slow songs, maybe you're in a middle school dance, high school dance. It's time to find someone to grab their hand and ask them if they wanted to go out on the floor. And since you can't regularly dance fast, maybe get yourself out there and try to hook up.
Those songs suck so bad. There's always a second release from whatever album, right? You put out your banger, then you put out your more serious thing, so you can put out a black and white video. And the songs usually really sucked. Yeah. Not all of them, but most of them were terrible.
But you know what's going to happen. You know, like any band that came out with an album. So let's say, I don't know, Journey, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they come out with the album Frontiers. First song is Separate Ways.
Correct.
It's just a banger.
Mm-hmm. And then
Faithfully. Yeah,
I mean, that's it's the try to do.
They got to
put out your banger first, then put out your BS second. Sorry,
but it was required. It was required on every album.
Absolutely, man.
So we got the 10 greatest power ballads in rock history coming up for you at 4:30.
I think pop's the other way. You put out a bunch of garbage. So like the third album, you put out like a slow, sensitive song.
Do they wait that long?
Yes.
You know your poppy, happy stuff, get it out of the way, and then like, hey man, I get serious. I've grown up a little.
Yeah, I could play an instrument.
I'm
now.
24 now. I've been.
I mean,
through
it happens in every look at Belle Biv DeVoe, how they would do it. Like they would come out with a hot song, and then they come out with one that was just a slow jam.
But that's kind of who they were.
Boys,
you know what I mean?
Right. They
knew
were
that
a little
was gonna-
more.
rock
But you're not
bands,
wrong. Like in the late 90s, early 2000, like that, to me, the heyday of kind of rap. Mm-hmm. Like, you're right. You had to make, like, songs for the club, good rap songs. Then you had to have an R&B one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And have, like, I don't know, Nate Dogg sing the hook.
LL Cool J needed love. Like, come on, bro.
These were
What
the
are you
days
doing?
where you had a big lighter in your pocket and you held it up at the
That
concert.
is when you held it up when the ballad came on.
You didn't have a phone with a flashlight on it. You
Yeah.
actually had a lighter in your pocket.
Lighters look cooler.
They do. And it was to light the joints that you snuck in there inevitably.
And no one ever caught on fire.
Never. Not once.
No one even burned a finger, nothing. They could just keep
At least not
there.
from their lighter.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Nothing. Yeah, it's an amazing time. So the 10 greatest power ballads in rock coming up at 4:30. And today on the question, there is an old saying that says close but no cigar.
Correct.
The idea being like, look, we all attempt things in life. There are things that happen. There are events. There are ideas that you have in your mind. There are things that you've tried to do. You don't always succeed at everything.
You get close.
You give things a shot. And sometimes you're like, you know what? I don't think this is for me. I don't know if this is the right direction I want to go.
Sure.
It could be something as well, a personal achievement from a physical standpoint.
Sure.
It could be a job that you're going after, or a career that you're going after, or a person that you're going after, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's going to be failures, And today we're going to celebrate
Plenty
those.
of them.
Yes. And today we fail more than we win, right? For the most part.
Easily.
Yeah.
Like you told the story years ago. Some girl that you thought was hot. And then she starts reciprocating. It's very clear that you are now attracted to each other. You're starting to have the conversation. And I guess this is what, like the first time you guys kind of hung out and you ended up farting on her.
Well, okay. So here's what happened. I was outside.
That was it. You got that close.
I was outside of the bar.
Yeah.
And the wall was probably, 4 feet, 5 feet. Enough where I had to back up on it, push your hands up, and
You're sitting on it.
Plop my butt on the center block wall. And so this girl who I knew, she's out there too. And she's like, can I come out and join you? I'm like, yes. So she's like, all right, I'll get between your legs. I'm like, all right. So I kind of like bent over and tried to help her like underneath her arms.
Yeah.
She pushed up. I plopped her right between my legs. And as soon as she plopped down, like whatever reason, I just ripped one. And I mean, it was pretty significant.
Right.
I mean, it was loud. It's a concrete wall. I mean, it was like, I mean, it was zipper, and she jumped off that wall, and I never saw her again.
Yeah.
Like, I used to almost run into her almost every day.
Yeah.
And from that point in time, I never saw her again. Like, I had classes with her. Pretty sure we were in the same school of journalism together.
Sure.
I swear to God, just out of coincidence. She was like,
farted
oh,
and she
you
disappeared.
sick, like whatever she called me, and jumped down off the wall. And that was it. I think she left the bar. Like,
Damn, man.
Yeah, exactly.
All you had to do was not fart.
Right.
You'd have gotten
That
home,
close.
you'd have gotten laid, you found her attractive.
Yeah. Right. But sometimes, okay, like, all right, so some failures, there's gonna be some failure stories today, but there's also things that are going to, that would work out for you in a weird kind of way.
How?
Like things that you maybe thought
You met a different woman
No,
later.
maybe things you thought were a good idea at the time.
Sure.
And you were going to do it, but circumstantially you couldn't. So, but you found out you missed a really bad thing. Mm-hmm. Instead of going, like, for an example, I was working, I think I was doing afternoons or whatever in Baltimore. And they were getting rid of the syndicated show we had on the mornings because they wanted to put on a local show. So it was like, I was going to replace Bob and Tom on a Monday.
Okay.
And they came in and they said, look, you're gonna take it on the morning show. We're getting rid of Bob and Tom. This is on a Monday, so we want you to start on Monday. Our contract is done. You need to be in there. Well, at the time, I had plans to go to like Woodstock '99.
Be glad you didn't.
With a few other people.
Yeah.
That's they went.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go. Like I'm in, but there was no way I could be on the air on Monday morning.
Yeah,
come to my first ever show at 6 a.m. and go there that weekend.
Right.
Like, it was just impossible. And I thought, well, maybe I'll go for one day. Maybe I'll go for one night, which would have been a worst scenario based on the heat, based on a lot of things that were going on at the time. Apparently, the concessions were ridiculously overpriced.
Oh, yeah. The whole thing was
You could not get in. There were multiple injuries. A lot of people had heat stroke.
Sexual assaults. It was a bad thing.
I mean,
man.
people thought there was going to be a riot. Apparently, parking sucked. Like, you name it. My two friends who went absolutely came back and said, you are the luckiest man on this planet.
But it was killing you at first, right?
Well, even with the lineups and stuff, it was just, they're like, it was not worth it.
Right.
I mean, even with all the good music, and there was a lot of good music, it was not worth it. So sometimes, you're close to doing something, and it turns out being good that you did not do that.
Right.
For whatever reason that is.
Sure. I had that one teenage years, man. They're throwing a big-ass house party in South Baltimore. Do you want to go? And I can't explain, because normally, I'm like, dude, I'm in. We're going to drink. We're going to hit on chicks. We're going to do all the things that teens do when you go to a party. It's always a good time. And this one Friday, I'm like, man, I don't know what it is. I'm just not feeling it, which is odd. But again, it was bugging me all night. I had chosen not to go. I could have. I did make the decision. But it just kind of bugged me, because I know that all my buddies are there having a good time. Saturday rolls around, and my buddy Tony calls me and says, did you hear what happened to Paul? And Paul is probably the most pacifist person you've ever met in your life, right? He's not going to fight anybody. He doesn't want any problems. So, long story short, he got his jaw broken in a fight that broke out at this party, okay? And so the way it went down, my buddy Leon was there. Leon was the only black dude there, and where this particular party was, there were a whole lot of racist dudes. South Baltimore was real bad at the time. So they had words, Leon being Leon, so let's just go outside, man. So Leon, and again, I'm not there. This is how it's explained to me. Leon strolls outside casually, beer in his hand, as Tony says. I'm like, of course, he only needs one fist. He want to handle his business. The dudes that came out with this big-ass chain. Leon is not stupid. So when I talked to him later, he's like, yeah, I got out of there, man. They had this big-ass chain. I'm not, what are you going to do? Anyway, Paul had gone outside trying to calm the situation. And after Leon left, they took the chain to Paul. Oh. Okay, so this all went down, and this is the party I had just chosen not to go to. All this stuff goes down. I see Paul Sunday. I guess it's not fun. I mean, his face is black and blue. His jaw's wired shut. It was bad, right? Monday, we get into school, and Leon, I see him walking down the hall with this big smile on his face, man. It's right before homeroom. He's like, hey, man, did you hear what happened Friday? I'm like, did you hear what happened Friday? So I told him what, and so the kids that had attacked Paul went to our school. All right, so I told Leon what had happened. He's like, what? I said, dude, they broke his jaw. They effed Paul up after you left, because he went out there just trying to massage the situation. So Leon says, and I'm not going to complete the story because it gets real dark real quick, but he says, you got a quarter? I'm like, I do. Back then, pay phones were the thing. There are no cell phones. He's like, I'm going to go make a call. I'm like, what do you do? He's like, don't worry about it, man. I'm like, what about school? He's like, oh, I'll see you later. So he leaves. Now, I've not heard from him all day, but I see two of the kids that have been responsible for attacking Paul. I see him in the hall. And I said, hey, man, I think bad stuff's coming to us. What are you going to do about it? I said, not me, man. I said, the brother you chased out of there. I said, I don't think you understand how he operates. All I know is he borrowed a quarter to make a phone call, and I know that phone call is about you. I'm like, I don't know if you live through the day. I'm not joking. He's like, F that. School ends, bell rings. Nobody's going outside. Everyone's just standing in the main lobby. Outside, it's just a line, basically, of drug dealers' cars. All these brothers standing out there, clearly strapped. And Leon, big smile on his face. So the only person who walks outside is me, because I'm the only person who understands what's happening. And I'm like, man, what is all this? He's like, oh, we're going to shoot that mother ever. He's like, to shoot him dead. Like, F him. I'm like, man, obviously that did not happen. But it's about a 5-minute conversation, because all these dudes are like, who is the guy? And you can't make him out because the crowd of students is standing there. So Leon, and I will not say the guy's name, just starts yelling this guy's name. Like, hey, bro, we're coming for you, man. You effed up. So Leon basically rallies the troops. All these guys take off in the cars. Then the students come pouring out. I had to talk to the principal after this. I'm like, look, I don't know entirely what's going on. The only person I knew out there was Leon. Look, he made a call. It was off school grounds. He's like, it was right up front. I'm like, you want to talk to Leon about it? You can. But that's the best thing. But anyway, the point of all this is, that's the party I did not go to. The one party that I voluntarily chose not to go to, and I'm very glad I did not.
Yeah.
Because if me and Leon had been there together, we probably would have ended up in a fight, and I'd ended up getting my face busted open with the chain.
Right.
I know that would have gone if I were there, so I'm glad I was not there, but it was a crazy couple days, man. And I will say, the guy responsible for assaulting Paul eventually got his comeuppance.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing you can do about this now, man. It's like he's looking for you. They're looking for you. He did not get shot, but he got beat up pretty bad. Yeah, pretty bad, man. And you know what's funny about this whole story? No one will understand, as you guys will know. Do you remember Jerry Booth?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Jerry Booth used to do traffic in Baltimore on the radio. He'd pop on. But I went to high school with Jerry Booth, and he knew the guys that Leon dealt with later. So as this was going on, Jerry was kind of like this intermediary all the time. Like, he was a real cool guy, but he knew these guys pretty well. He didn't love them, but he's like, man, talk to your boy Leon, man. He seems, I said, dude, look, you're not going to stop. Something terrible is going to happen. So Jerry was kind of like giving information to the two brothers that had attacked Leon. Like, I think you should go. I know they moved out of their house.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Man, they moved out of their house. And Leon and associates still tracked his ass down and brought the beat down, man.
Did they get in trouble for hitting your buddy Paul in the face with a chain?
Absolutely not.
Aye.
It wasn't on school property. It wasn't, it's just something that happened. No one was happy about it, but there's nothing they could do. And that's just how things rolled back then. You know what I mean? And it's like, all right, man, something bad's going to happen to you. I'm telling you, man. What are you going to do? I'm not going to do anything. I'm just telling you, your life might end today, and I'm not kidding. Leon was pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, yeah.
You're right, though. And Miles is right, too. Sometimes when you skip stuff, it does.
I wanted to go.
Like you said, you started with, right at the time, you're like, I wanted to get
not feeling it, whatever.
Yeah.
And then when I heard about it, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm glad I was not there, man. And it wasn't like late at night. Apparently, it went south within like 30 minutes. It's like, Jesus, dude. It was all by like 9 o'clock at night. This had happened. I'm like, oh, my God.
Wow.
Very glad I stayed home. Yeah. That helped me with my FOMO.
But the two guys did live after the beatdown.
Yes.
Okay.
High school fights, too, man, are just brutal. Like, why? Like, hitting somebody with a chain. Or I always tell the story. I knew a guy.
And the thing with Paul is he's not a fighter. They hit him just because he's friends with Leon and went out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was bad. So that broke his jaw. And then we also sang for our band, so that was interesting. Had to cancel a bunch of our singer can't open his mouth, man. So I mean, there's what are you gonna do?
You got to become like a metal band at that point.
Mumble. I think we had two instrumentals there.
But Miles is right. Sometimes you lose out on a job or I don't know. You can't get into a college because your SAT is too low.
Well, that's what I mean. But you don't know
where did you apply?
You don't know where the road's going to take you. You know.
Coastal Carolina.
Oh, and they turned you down?
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina is like, hey, man, do you have a pulse? You are in. Your SATs were that bad.
Yeah. Wasn't a strong test taker.
Okay. Yeah.
And all I had heard was that you lose less points if you skip stuff. Mm-hmm. So that English section, I was done in no time. Just like, don't note, I'm going to skip it. Turns out, if you skip enough of them, you get a really low score.
Yeah. I'm impressed.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK. This is going to be tough for me because I can't understand half these words. A U.S. man who built the world's biggest RC Airbus, A380, finished it off with a stunning failure. And something went terribly wrong. Now, basically, he built the world's largest RC Airbus that actually could fly. All right?
Yeah. Saw a picture of it. It is huge. It is cool.
It took years of painstaking work in a workshop. They said the finished product was fantastic. Even the livery is surprisingly accurate. Ted, will you explain what livery is?
It's basically the color concept of a car. I know it from F1. Okay. So, like, the Red Bull car doesn't always look like the Red Bull car. Sometimes it'll have different colors on it. Sometimes...
I gotcha.
Right, so that's the livery for that season, and they might change it here and there. That's the only reason I know that word.
Because this guy, he was designing... So it's not just an Airbus, but he wanted to replicate, like, Luth... Is it Luth?
Oh, Lufthansa?
Lufthansa.
The airline?
Right.
Lufthansa?
So
that's another one I can't pronounce.
He painted it or wrapped it to represent...
Correct.
So that was
the livery.
That's it. That's it. So,
all right.
So it's...
We're just connecting dots, Dad. That's
exactly.
All.
I only know the name of that airline because of Goodfellas.
Is a faithful reproduction of the airliner with real... Actuators. Yeah, people in the airline industry are going to kill me. 12 wheels with individual braking systems.
Damn.
4 engines generating around 450 pounds of thrust. Believe it or not, also had a gyro stabilization unit.
Okay.
or maybe euro. I don't know.
That would be gyro.
I know. Okay, that's gyro.
Yeah, that's
okay?
gyro.
Say, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like I tried to read this article like 5 times just to be able to speak English. I still can't get it.
On the last breaks, first time I ever heard you bring up a livery.
Livery?
We don't talk about it much.
I did not know what the word was.
Yeah, I mean, look,
till today.
And it's just a European word.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never even heard
It's
it
like
in any
NASCAR
context.
cars changed the design, but they wouldn't.
They
be
never
like,
say livery.
Right. Okay.
Dude, I watched F1 for probably 2 years, and they announced the new livery of the car, and I was like, what in the hell?
So the plane is the size of a real-life Cessna. Again, this is an RC airplane. It is 29 feet long. It weighs 360 pounds. It's got a wingspan of 32 feet. It's fast, too. It can go about 103 miles an hour. It did during its maiden flight, all right? But here's the deal. This thing took 5 flights just as a base model, all right? Then, because of the 100th anniversary of that airline, whatever, Lufthansa, they put the livery on it, all right?
Okay. Oh,
So-
that's why I did it.
Yeah,
All right.
they sponsored this guy's plane.
Oh, nice.
All right, it's 100. They want to use this thing, you know, and he takes the thing off on the 6th flight, the first one with it all dressed out like it's supposed to look.
Correct.
And he drives it right into a tree.
So close.
Yeah. Again, this plane is the size of a Cessna.
Oh, yeah.
And he flew it right into a tree.
I'm just looking at it. I mean, it looks so cool.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Looks like you could get in it. You know what I mean? And
It looks like you could put a dog or a cat in there.
Those things are hard to fly, though. Years ago, I got an RC plane for Christmas, and my dad and I got it all set up. I never got that thing off the ground properly.
Really?
No. So the only time that we tried it, we were because I was just bad at operating the doggone thing, right? So I got my dad. He's running the remote control, and what he did is we put it on our driveway. And we're going to drive it down the driveway. That's how we're going to build enough speed. And we're going to lift this thing up.
All right.
And I kid you not, dude, it goes down my doggone driveway, finally lifts up. He gets this thing airborne. He banks it over, and bam, right into a tree. It did not stay airborne for 3 seconds before it was in that tree.
oh yeah, I believe
It's
it.
impossible.
Yeah.
Every time I got that thing off, it would just curve over and then dive to the ground. I could not get it to fly.
I've told you the story about the guy who came in to speak to us. We were in junior high at the time, and we were our science projects. The guy was like, "Hey, we're all going to make model rockets."
Yeah.
And then we had this guy named Homer Hickman, who was a West Virginia rocket guy, right?
Homer Hickman.
Homer Hickam?
Yeah, he's coming in. He's going to October Sky,
Yeah.
right? So, but we don't know this guy. We've heard of him. He works for NASA. That's all we know. Like he's a West Virginia dude. He builds rockets, whatever. Works for
Sure.
NASA.
West Virginia rocket guy seems like it could be a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
and I think he might have already written October Sky then. I don't remember if he'd written the book yet. But anyway, it was based on his life and all this stuff. But we're gonna build the rocket, and then he's gonna come and speak to our class and the school, and then we're gonna go up on the playground, the ball field, and light off the rockets, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my rocket goes up about 15 feet. One of the wings kind of fell off of it. It makes a hard left turn and blows onto the roof of the school, okay? And you just see this poof. And I'm like, oh, God, man. We thought it caught the roof on fire. It
Right.
did not. But another one of my buddies, man, and keep in mind, this guy's like a rocket scientist, man. Like the first 4 rockets we shot off, one exploded on the pad. Mine shot off, went on the roof of the school. The other one went up maybe 10 feet and just dropped straight back down. We didn't launch a successful one until like 10 deep. And he's just watching this it's like failure after failure after failure.
In front of a rocket scientist.
Right. Eventually. The first one that went up was a girl in our class who was like a straight A student. She had figured this ass out. And she launched one it looked like into the clouds, but it took a little time. Let's see here. Our question, what were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Luke. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Okay, first I just want to say I hope you guys had a great America 250 on Independence Day because my friends and family had a really fun time.
Oh, nice.
We had a good time. I was in Orlando watching fireworks everywhere.
I was in Chelan watching people's houses burn down.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are familiar with the tradition of high school senior pranks, aren't you?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, during around October, a couple friends and I were trying to come up with ideas for a senior prank, but basically I did not want to cause anything to be, basically I didn't want anything broken or any reason for us to end up in jail. So I proposed we cover the bathroom mirrors with Post-it notes. So mostly because it's easy to undo, and the worst you're in for is a little stickiness. And basically, we saved up all of our Post-it notes to cover the bathroom mirrors. Unfortunately, there was a church event that my parents and I at the time had to attend, so I was unable to cover the bathroom mirrors with them on the night that they did it. So, but I gave them at least 25% of the sticky notes that I have, which of all the sticky notes that we gathered. And basically, I just decided to pick up the slack after, during the next day after the church event, and they left enough for me to cover one of the other bathroom mirrors. We somehow did not get caught for any of this. Part of this was because we agreed not to take any photos of this. And,
Luke, you're a wild man.
I cannot believe you're not in jail.
You're crazy, Luke.
How are you not in prison right now?
Exactly.
I mean, this sounds like
Luke,
the
you're
stuff
wild.
you go like, hey, listen to this dude, kids.
Tonight,
this is a future felon.
Tonight, bone-in wings. I'm going crazy.
I wanted to just do it with, again, I didn't want anything to be permanently damaged or cost.
No, you did a great good thing. You thought this through.
You did. You thought it through, man. You executed the plan. Sadly, you could not be there to partake.
Right, exactly.
But apparently, it all worked out. Future felon.
Text comes in and says they did a movie about that rocket guy, Miles. Yes, October Sky. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever his name is. That looks crazy, man.
That was the prank, right? The cover stuff and post it.
Yeah, right.
That's great. Now, Eric here on YouTube, he points out he was just like, it's too much. He's like, hey, man, not the other mirror, too.
No.
Yeah. I mean, like, really, man? You did a whole nother mirror? It's overkill, right?
It's one senior prank.
Come on, man.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803, Rock.
Did you guys ever do senior pranks?
No.
So look, I was class president, and I did X-Nay the senior prank.
Why?
Kids power that?
Yes, I did. Because one guy that was he grew up in Montgomery County, he had more money, he had access to a farm. So we had heard that, like, what was it, a horse or no, a cow?
Right.
Like, you could walk them upstairs, but you can't walk them down.
Yeah, one of those, something like that.
So at this point, you got to keep in mind, DeMatha has newer facilities, but this was just the old wing. There was no elevator to the third floor. So we had gotten close. He was like, I can get this cow. We could walk it up to the third floor. And I was finally like, it was like 2 days before, like me and like some other people, right, were just like, you guys can't do that.
Why?
Because I don't know how they were going to get that cow out.
That's the thing about a prank. Like, it is not your concern how they fix it.
It's your
problem.
enjoyment to watch them try to solve the problem.
Right. They got to figure out the punchline. All you do is tell the joke, man, and then you're done. Yeah. Because even if they said, how do we get it down? Be like, I really don't know.
This sucks.
Look, you're right. I just saw, you know me. I was just like, fellas, we're not doing that.
Oh, dude, I'd have had that cow up there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And been caught, I'm sure. Like, there's no doubt about that either. But
Yep. Cam Scannabo of the Giants insists he's fine after coming down awkwardly on his leg. The New York Giants running back. Is this the guy that's kind of crazy?
Yes.
I mean, like, it's the way he plays the game.
Yeah, he bangs his head into the wall.
It's kind of like an Owen
when you read
Schmidt kind of guy.
Read his final quote, and I think it speaks volumes about who he is.
Okay.
If you just read word for word, his words, what he says, you go like, okay, I understand what we're working with.
So this is Harbaugh's problem now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It says he likely gave the team's fans and coaches a what were you thinking moment over the weekend. The 24-year-old insists he's perfectly fine after a viral clip showed him botching a backflip on stage at Fanatics Fest in New York City. and crashing down on the same right leg that ended his rookie season with a fractured fibula, ruptured ligaments, and dislocated ankle. I'm going to address the elephant, he said on Sunday, the day after the backflip. I will not hurt myself before the season. Now, he did rush for 410 yards and scored 7 touchdowns in 8 games last year.
Yeah.
Before the injury cut his season short. He's known for his celebratory backflips and apparently has no interest in stopping. I'm just going to keep being me, he said. If they want to say I'm brain dead and I don't have no brain, then who cares?
Like I said, that sums it up. I ain't got no brain. Okay, that's who you're working with.
I think earlier this year he was on a stream or something. It was like, I don't even think concussions are real.
Seriously.
Have you seen the video of him at Arizona State?
No.
So it's like before a game, and he's all in his gear and everything, and he's literally headbutting a wall, like a brick wall.
Okay. I don't think they're real.
No.
Ain't done nothing to me.
What?
Look, I like his style of play. The guy's going to have problems.
Oh, yeah. He's not brave. Well,
what were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
hello, P-word. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
What's up, boys?
How are you?
First off, long time. First time, but I have been in studio with you guys once.
Wait, do you play in the band?
Together.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we were wondering that because we're like, how many P-words can there
Well,
possibly
because
be?
Mike's like, he says his name's P-word. I was like, we know P-word. He
Yeah.
went to Washington State with Taryn.
Well, the screener was like, what's your government name? And I was like, I'll tell you.
Well, I also knew it was you, as I said, Mike, does the story involve hockey? He plays a ton of hockey.
Okay.
All right. So what were you close to doing there, P-word?
I dropped out of 3 colleges in 3 years.
What were the colleges that you dropped out of?
Walla Walla Community College.
You dropped out of community
Wait, hold on.
college?
Okay, why did you drop out? Let's go through.
God damn,
Let's
man.
go through these individually.
Yeah.
So you go to Walla Walla. What's the situation? What's wrong with that?
I'm just not teachable.
All right. So how long did you stick to Walla Walla?
I grew up in Walla Walla.
Yeah, I mean, how long did you stay in that one school?
Like 3 semesters? 2 semesters? I don't even know.
But it sounds to me like you got some credits in. You weren't that long.
I got some credits, and then I left there, and I went to Washington State where I met Taryn.
Okay.
That's where we became friends. And then I got a 0.0.
Hey, now.
Now, I got to ask, because I've never been in this level of education. Do they ask you to leave, or do you leave on your own accord? Like, how does that work out?
Well, so I've lost my financial aid. So when you get a 0.0, if you guys don't know, you're going to lose your financial aid.
What? Are you kidding me?
Heads up, kids.
They're not going to keep giving you money with a 0.0.
What was your grade point average to even get into Pullman?
I don't know. I think I left the community college with enough, but I kind of dropped. I don't know. It's confusing. But then I had enough to go to Washington State, and then I lost my financial aid, and I decided to go to the Art Institute of Seattle for sound engineering, which I found out was kind of a joke. I didn't get in on the lawsuit, but that was not fun.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember all that stuff went down. My wife had just graduated from there, and then we heard about all the crap. Whatever that was all about. I'm not sure, man.
Yeah.
There was some, what were they, like, cheating students onto something? I just remember she graduated, which was cool. And then, about a year later, we started. I don't remember what it was, but I'm like, I'm glad you're out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember either. I didn't follow up the lawsuit. But the good point is I met Miles and Steve when I was bartending, and I've been bartending ever since.
What bar were you working at when we met you?
Remember, it was right by Toy. It was a Redfin restaurant.
What kind of restaurant was it?
Redfin. It was that sushi joint.
Sushi place next to Toy.
The Hotel Max.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Okay.
Yep.
I remember meeting you guys. I didn't even know you were on a radio show. We just became friends.
Yeah, we like to drink, man.
It used to be Hornitos and Manny's, but now it's Jack Daniels and something else. I can't remember.
Still Manny's. I just went from tequila to Jack, bro.
Yep.
But yeah,
Okay.
my order has not changed in decades.
Yeah. Well, my thing, I couldn't do math. I could not do it, and it got to the point where I was in school, still trying to graduate. I took an extra semester to pass one class. All right. In the meantime, I already have all the credits that I need to graduate, period.
Right.
I just need to pass one class. But instead of just taking one class, I took like 4 or 5 other classes. So I was taking the full curriculum because I was almost a double major. I'm a psych minor. I was like 3 credits away from being a psych minor as well, or major in 2. So broadcasting and that. So I got so frustrated with it. So I had to take a class that I had to pay for to get into the class that I needed to take.
So you had to pay to take a class to get into the class that you need.
I had to take a prep class that I paid for separately because it was not part of the university.
Oh,
to get me to the point where I could actually test into this class. All right, this is the only class I need to graduate, and I'm at the point where I'm just like I failed that. All right, so I did it again. This is the prep class. I failed the prep class.
What?
Then I failed it again. All right,
the class that you paid for,
the class that I'm really not supposed to
prepare you for the class you need to take. You failed the preparation.
Well, no, at the end of that class, they give you a test.
All right.
If you pass that test, you are into the class.
Okay.
That does not mean you're going to succeed in the class.
It just means
you're just good enough,
barely,
to get into the class and to walk into the room, right? I can't do it. I absolutely can't do it. So I go to my guidance counselor. I'm like, hey, I need 1 credit, man. I'm like, I'm going to be in TV. You know, I was working at a TV station. Like, I got this. I don't need to know math, man. I can count money. That's all I need, right? And he's like, all right, well, he's like, I'm going to give you to a different counselor. So there was another woman there who used to be a teacher of mine. She's like, I'll take over this because she did all of the, oh God, what the hell was that called? At any rate, so what I ended up doing was a correspondence course. All right.
Okay.
So I take a correspondence course at Louisiana State University.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
LSU alum right here.
And I get the letter in the mail. You know, it's a very nice brochure. It says, hey, you've been accepted to LSU. 65% of LSU correspondence students are currently incarcerated in the Louisiana State Penitentiary System. Tells you all the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it's me and a bunch of cons. All right, taking this class.
You and all the guys in Angola.
And
no kidding.
And so my buddy Brian is a math wizard.
Okay.
So I'm like, Brian, you were going to do all this homework, and I'm going to pay you cash because I had a job.
All right.
I was like, he's like, it's 1 review a week, 1 test a week, whatever. He takes it for me. I write it all down. He tells me what to write down.
Yeah.
We turn it in to Louisiana State. I am there. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the class, the woman who is in charge of this, she has to sit there while I take the test inside of her office to graduate, okay? So I walk in with my buddy Brian, and I'm like, hey, this is what's going down. I was like, I'm terrible at math. I can't figure it out.
You told her?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm paying Brian. And she's just got her face in her head. She's like, because I've been hanging out there for like 2 extra semesters trying to get to graduate, right? And I couldn't do it. And so she's just like, I'm just going to leave the room, take the test. All right?
All right.
So she leaves. Brian takes the test. I graduate.
And there it is.
All right. Yeah, I wasn't close to doing it. I mean,
I love that you just told her, like, hey, man, this is what we're doing.
I cannot keep doing this. This is too much for me.
You broke me.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
At the University of Arizona Online, we bring a top-ranked education to you. We offer 150-plus programs, 100% online. Expand your career opportunities by earning a degree that meets you right where you are. Learn from the same faculty and earn the same degree as on-campus students. Build your future with Arizona Online. Classes start every 7.5 weeks. Apply today and make your tomorrow amazing.
Hey y'all, I'm Maddie. And I'm Poodle. And together we host the podcast Reality Gaze.
We are 2 ridiculous homosexuals who love nothing more than talking about reality television and tearing in a new one.
So whether it's 90 Day Fiancé, Love is Blind, Love After Lockup, or any other trash TV show about lonely hearts looking for love, your gay besties got you covered, y'all.
New shows every week. Follow and listen to Reality Gaze wherever you get your podcast.
Reality Gaze, let's love.
America turns 250 years old this 4th of July. Celebrate with us at Bellingham Toyota. Start your adventure with incredible savings featuring payments starting as low as $250 a month on select models. Whether you are exploring the open road or heading to a holiday barbecue, do it with a brand new Toyota. Shop SmartPath at BellinghamToyota.com today. These milestone deals end soon. Bellingham Toyota, proudly a culture of care.
I'm Jenna Fisher.
And I'm Angela Kinsey.
And together we have the podcast Office Ladies.
Just because we finished rewatching The Office does not mean we're going anywhere.
Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories from The Office and our friendship with brand new guests. Plus, you can revisit all the Office Ladies rewatch episodes every Monday with new bonus tidbits before every episode.
So follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
What looked like a victory lap quickly turned into a last-second loss for one marathon runner during the 2026 Delaware Running Festival. A runner who had been leading the race slowed down just feet from the finish line, only to be passed in the final seconds. The event, captured on a finish line camera by the timing company, shows runner Joshua Jackson sprinting ahead of Carson Mello to claim first place. Jackson ultimately completed the race in 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 12 seconds, beating Mello by just 2 seconds. Now, in the clip, which has gone viral and amassed more than 10 million views, Mello appears to ease up as he nears the finish, raising his arms in celebration, then realizing too late that Jackson is closing in behind him fast. Within seconds, Jackson surges forward, crossing the finish line first in a stunning reversal that has since sparked a wave of reactions online. Never celebrate till you cross the finish line, according to one that commented. Our question, what were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Bob. Welcome to the Men's Room.
I'm on the radio. Sorry.
You are on the radio.
You are, in fact, on
Come
the
on,
radio.
Bob.
Come on now. Game time.
How are you today?
We're doing good, man. How are you, Bob?
Good.
Excellent news.
So I had a couple ideas when I was younger and thought they would really work, and started looking into it, and it would have cost so much. The first time I thought of an idea was like back in the late 80s, and when I first started looking into it back then, it was like $10,000 just to do all the patent search and the copyright search and all that stuff. And it ended up, the one idea that I had, it was successful. And then I had another one, and it was successful too, that other people came up with after me. So I was like, doing it, I was that close to being a millionaire.
What were your ideas? Now that they've already been stolen, we can't steal them from you. What were these brilliant ideas you had?
Oh, so back in my mid-20s, I started drinking coffee, and I didn't have a coffee maker, so I just take some coffee and put it in a filter with a rubber band around it, and throw it in a pot of water. And I was like, man, that'd be a pretty good one for a bachelor kind of person, or apartment liver or something. So you'd come up with these little bags, like tea bags, basically, with coffee in them. And they're called, I think they call them Folgers, as single serves or something like that.
Yeah, like the little pods. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, just throw it. It's like a tea bag, and you throw it in a cup of water. And then the big one that I was really thinking of is flooding. Back east, they get a lot of flooding, right? And even around here. So one of the major things you have during a flooding situation is water. So another thing we got sitting around that's just filling up landfills and stuff like that are millions of tires. So you recycle the tires and you make them into these bladders that you could just roll out, fill up with water, and you could stack them up. And the water would actually be the barricade in these big rubber bladders. And then a few years later, sure as heck, start seeing that idea on TV. And I think about crap all the time, too. I'm in a snowcat, for multiple hours by myself, so I'm always thinking of stuff.
All right.
How much? Yeah, so when you go to apply for a patent or something like that, at least at that time, how much money were you looking to have to invest just to protect your idea?
Oh, yeah, just for the patent search and the copyright stuff. Back then, it was about $10,000.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I worked as a skier. I've always worked at a skier, and you know, we don't make that much money. So it's like, okay, well, I guess somebody else will come up with the idea, and they did.
But hey, at least they're not bad at. Usually, when someone says I have a great idea, and then they tell you in your mind, you're like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Where were we? Were we at a bar when that guy? He was like,
oh my God, yeah, we were at a bar, and this guy, he's sitting by himself, and he's dressed fairly well, whatever. And we just start talking, and he's like, "Well, look, man, I'm just in town for a bit. I have to go to
Starbucks headquarters,
Eastern Washington, or something." Yeah. So, long story short,
no, he was from Eastern Washington. He was here because he had to re-up his thing with Starbucks.
I got to meet with the guys at Starbucks. Oh, what do you do for Starbucks? It's like, well, technically, it's my brother-in-law's company, but my brother-in-law asked me for a loan because he had this idea, and I thought the idea was stupid, but my brother-in-law has followed through. We're like, well, what was his idea? And he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out, when you get a hot drink from Starbucks, pretty much anywhere, they put that kind of green tab.
Yes, it doesn't spill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his brother invented that.
Right.
Nice. And Starbucks.
So he's like, you want one?
I mean, he's like, I cannot explain how much money we've made because Starbucks was like, yeah, well, Starbucks being Starbucks. It's like, sure, nationwide. So they give this guy this contract, and it is an insane amount of money, as he put it, because we're working with Starbucks. He's like, we're just here to re-up the contract. There's no real design flaw. You don't have to update it. It is what it is, but it is so cheap to produce. So he's like, I really didn't want to invest in this because when you just give the idea, he's like, it was
sounds
stupid.
Silly.
Like, what, you're going to stick a plastic thing in a hot cup so people don't spill hot cup. Okay.
But it can also work
as
a stir.
And it works as a stir, he pointed out. Right. The point is, a lot of money. He was very, very happy.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Dave. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay, so back in 2017, we bought a lot to build a house on. And we thought, okay, good to go. I did my due diligence. Everything lines up. It looks great. So we buy the lot. We move the barricade off to the side. We drive up to the lot. And immediately somebody from the HOA comes over and says, you can't drive up here. This is a shared easement access. This is a walking trail that accesses the neighborhood. And I said, no, it's my driveway. And they said, nope. And so they took me to court, and it took a year and a half to get an actual new easement drafted through 4 different parcels of land.
Jesus Christ.
So we were so close, and then right when we got the permit, or we were getting ready to do the permit, it was COVID. And the governor said no new permits issued. So we were so close to get the permit, no permit. So we had to wait till COVID was over. After COVID was over, we're like, okay, we got a permit, let's go. And then lumber prices spiked, building materials spiked. So we're so close to starting, and we're like, okay, I guess we can't start now. But then lumber prices came down, and then we started building the house, and then we got into the permit process. And I don't know if you guys have ever built houses before, but passing each of the different categories is such a pain in the ass. It's crazy.
How many different categories do they have? Because you're just trying to build a house, right? Nothing extravagant. You're just building a house, yes?
Yeah, exactly. But like the septic permit, we had the septic stuff installed. Everything's good to go. The health department goes to record it. They look at it and they say, well, the as-built doesn't really match the drafting plan. And I said, what's wrong? And they said, oh, it's 5 feet off. I'm like, come on. So we almost had that permit hold released. Didn't pass. Anyway, so every single permit was like that. The final guy comes in. He tries to inspect it. He's like, well, you're almost done, but you just failed this, and this. So it's so frustrating because every time we're so close, and every time it's like, well, nope, sorry, you failed, or something else came up.
So is it based on the design of the home?
Yeah, it's based on the design of the home. The septic permit is, but then everything from the easement rights to the...
Well, who designed the home? Did you buy it? Did you buy the design, or did you do it yourself?
We bought the design and we modified it. So but it was like the framing inspections. We had all the framing done, and the inspector came and he said, oh, you're so close to passing, but you missed like 3 hangers. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Mm-hmm. And every single thing was like that during the whole entire process.
How long are you done? Is the house built now?
Okay, so I just got my certificate of occupancy yesterday.
So you can actually move in now?
We actually can move in. My son slept there last night, and we're moving all of our crap.
Is it? Wow. What, based on the process you went through, including HOA, COVID, all the permits, all that crap, is it worth it? Like, Now that you're looking at this house you can move into, is this house worth the trouble?
Okay, so my wife multiple times along the way said, let's just sell this freaking thing. And I said, you know what? If you tell me I can't do it, now I really want to do it. And so we pushed and pushed and pushed, and both of us cried the day we got our certificate of occupancy yesterday. So I'm going to say, hell yes, it was worth it.
Okay. How many times did you think you were going to get divorced from each other during this process?
Multiple times.
Yeah.
My wife's like, I don't think we're going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, even just buying a house, man. I don't know. Like, you're excited to buy a house, but it's like, also, I will kill you in your sleep.
Do you still think you have to deal with a bunch of turds on the HOA?
So the good thing about our house is it's in the HOA. You go through the gate, up the hill, through the HOA. But the way the guy originally designed the lot is it's part of the valley. It's not part of the HOA. So I can paint my house purple. I can have a whole house up there.
You don't have to pay a monthly?
No, nothing.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
So
That's pretty cool.
We got the best of both worlds. So we're so close, but we finally made it yesterday.
Now watch, your car's going to break down on the way there today.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Right.
Ted, how many things did you kick because of COVID?
Yeah, what, a trip to Ireland?
Oh, yeah. We were going to go to Ireland.
And this is your 40th birthday,
It was my
correct?
40th birthday,
Yeah.
right. So we were going to go to Ireland. It's funny, I'm looking at the weather in Dublin. We were going to go to Ireland from Notre Dame Navy, which now they kind of do every year.
But it's a lot
and it's
different
different
then,
teams. But Notre Dame Navy was going to be good. And then my friend at the time was living in Lisbon. So I was going to go spend a week.
That's right. Portugal, man.
Right. I thought there was even more.
Those were the two big ones.
Okay. And then all of that. So at least you're going back to Ireland. You're doing that
Right,
this
so I'll
year.
be in Ireland this year.
Portugal's still, he's not living there anymore?
He has. I haven't talked to him in a few years, so it'll be a little different to just pop up at his house.
Hello.
And now he's got like two kids under 5.
Oh, you don't want to.
Right, so like.
That's why I haven't heard from him.
Right, exactly. So like I could go visit him, but.
It's not the same.
Yeah. And it's funny because we had those tickets in the queue for that football game. And then we were here at work and the NBA canceled. And I remember like I walked home or walked to Capitol Hill, went to the barber shop to like get my beard trimmed in. And I called my brother. My brother's like, let's hold off on getting these tickets. Even I'm a little worried. And I said, yeah, it seems odd they canceled the NBA season.
Yeah.
Seems odd.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, because it was still like, we didn't know.
You weren't quite sure.
And then I want to say it was like the next week that things really, really shut down. But at that point, we were just like, oh, I don't know. It'll be open by the summer.
That was everyone's thought, right?
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Gary. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, my brother.
Hola.
Okay, so this story starts when I was 17. I was classified a troubled youth. I was assigned a mentor, and his name was Bill Snyder. He gave me 2 jobs. One was working at the 5th Street Public Market in Eugene, Oregon at the produce stand, and then I would go to his juice factory. It was Genesis Juice. So I worked there for a year, back and forth. I only had one class in high school, so I only went to school from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then I was done my senior years because I was already graduated. I was 17. So I worked there for a year. I washed bottles, and then he offered me a position with the co-op. Instead of being paid, I would get whatever the money, however the company did.
All right.
I turned 18, and I decided to join the Navy. Apparently, a couple of years later, he sold the company and is now a multimillionaire, and everybody that was in the co-op is a multimillionaire.
How much money do you think you would have gotten if you had taken the co-op option?
Oh, well, after 2 years, I probably wouldn't have broke for 2 years until he sold it. And I would be living in an island in the tropics, probably not even talking to you gentlemen.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, how was the Navy? That's kind of in the tropics, right?
Well, yeah, I did. The Navy's a different story. I can tell you a story about that, too, but that would take more time.
Okay. All right.
That's not the story I told Mike I would tell.
All right.
Fair enough.
I'm glad you're playing by the rules.
That's all Mike has. That's all it is.
That's it. Yeah.
God, man, you hear the story all the time, especially in Seattle with Microsoft, Google, all that. Well, someone told me I didn't invest 10 years. Warby Parker?
Yeah.
Beaver Buddy?
Yeah,
But
my
what was
buddy
his
started.
sales pitch? Because, again,
he was just like, hey, we're starting this company, right? Which And nowadays, people are used to Warby Parker.
Sure.
But at the time, I didn't realize
groundbreaking.
this. Like, right, there was one place in Italy that made every pair of glasses you had. They just put different.
When you buy the really expensive glasses, you're an idiot.
You're paying for the label.
logo, man.
Right. So he decided to start this, but like, I'm in my early 20s. Like, he just said, if anybody wants to pitch in like $5,000, you can. And me and DB talked about it, but I was like, I did not have $5,000.
No. Who did?
Right?
And
who
who did it that age?
But it's a weird sales pitch, too. Like, no, they're doing online glasses. Like, yeah, okay.
When your rent is $500, $600.
Oh,
which is probably what it was.
My rent was $890 in the first apartment I had here.
$890?
Yeah.
$890.
Yeah. So $5,000. I mean, that's a significant.
That's everything.
You just don't have that lying around.
But if you knew that it was a good idea, right? Like, if somehow you could say, like, dude, this is going to blow up, you would go to someone to find the money. You know, say, listen, this thing, it's can't miss.
But you have to split the money with them.
That's okay, because there's still more money than you got now.
Right.
You know, even if you have to split that money, like, hey, man, we just made $10 million. Here's $5 million. Yeah, it hurts, but also I have $5 million.
And the guy that started it is a nice dude, right? Like, I like him, but I met him living in that house where they all went to Hopkins. Like,
yeah.
He had already come from
money,
generational wealth. Mm-hmm. So we thought about it, and we're like, he's not dumb, but like, this just seems like a weird idea.
Yeah.
Right? Now, obviously, it's massive. They had
brick and mortar.
They have brick and mortars everywhere. Like, I have talked to a guy once that was wearing one of their shirts, and he was kind of blowing me off. And I'm like, no, like, I know this and that. And then I drop my buddy's name, and he just stops, and he's like, you know him? And I'm like, yeah, I lived with him for like almost 2 years. And he's like, holy cow.
Damn.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, VD. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. What up, dude?
How are we doing?
Doing great, and you?
Excellent.
Wonderful.
So I'll get right to my point. I'm 21 years old, dating a girl who was going to college at South Dakota State University. She and I dated in high school, going out there for her spring break. Her spring break is early March. If you know anything about the upper Midwest in early March, it's still a lot of snow.
Sure.
I drove out there and managed to get there in spite of the fact that there was a blizzard that was shutting down the road as I was passing through gates. And the state patrol said, well, you know what? You can give it a shot. Good luck. Got there. Everything's fine. She gets home from school. We're talking. She said, I guess I should let you know something. I'm like, what? Now, mind you, I brought a ring. I thought this was the one. You don't know at 21, clearly. I thought this was the one. We broke up. She said, well, you can still stay for the week. No, I don't think that I can.
You drove through a blizzard to get dumped?
I drove through a blizzard to get dumped. But there is a positive side.
All right.
I left there the next day, drove out to the Black Hills, stayed for a couple days in the Black Hills.
It was nice having you stay with us.
Yes.
Right. You're very welcome. And you were extremely accommodating. I appreciate that.
Quite the host, yes. The Black Hills.
Drove down to the Badlands, stayed for a day in the Badlands, drove down into Wyoming, fell in love with Wyoming, left there, went down to the Grand Canyon for a couple of days, and stayed down there and hiked the Grand Canyon in March. A very interesting experience. And then went and saw some friends down in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, and then picked up Route 66 and drove Route 66 back up into Chicago.
What was the best part about that drive?
Oh God, the Badlands and Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Honestly.
And what happened to the ring?
I sold it.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw that bitch into the canyon, man.
Yeah. How much did the ring cost? Do you remember?
No, I think at the time that ring, this is 1999, 2000, something like that. It was a $2,500 ring.
Jesus, whatever happened to that girl?
Oh, she got married and got fat. She's
wow, Jesus.
Yeah, a couple of years later, I'm working in Chicago in radio, and I've got a voice message on my office phone, and it's her. I'm like, what is going on? And she proceeds to tell me over a few conversations, I love you so much. This is not working out. You were always so great. We were so great together. And I remember telling her, like, listen, relationships are tough. If you don't tell him what your issues are, he'll never figure it out. And
you're fat.
Right. And you're fat. And I'm like, I appreciate this. This is a real boost to my ego, but I can't help you here. The only thing I can tell you is that be honest, be open, be upfront, communicate with him, and good luck.
And take a GLP-1.
And lose a few pounds.
and BLT. What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hinge Health Enso relieves muscle pain in minutes. It's an FDA-cleared device that delivers drug-free relief on the go, so you could feel better by the end of your favorite podcast. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
10 greatest power ballads of all time. It's coming up as we'll sit and spin with Taryn Daly and Steve Miggs from the Daily Miggs Morning Show. That's coming up right after emails on our question, what were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Daryl. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, first-time caller, long-time listener.
Oh, thank you, man.
So, yeah, I'm much older now, but back when I was in early 20s, I was in the Navy. And at the time, women couldn't be on combatant vessels, so I was on a non-combatant vessel. There was 500 men and 600 women on the ship. We were out at sea for 6 months. We pull into Singapore for a Liberty call. And this girl in my division, she's like 6 feet tall, just buxom blonde. Not a lot going on upstairs, but we're hanging out at the pool. We get back to the hotel room. She's dripping wet. She's got her hand on my arm. The only problem was I was married.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
All right.
Yeah, and not to her. And I turned. It was so cool. I turned it down. I mean, it was just one of those things.
How long did it take you to go masturbate?
Didn't happen. I mean,
okay. In the meantime, what was your wife doing at home?
God knows, I was like halfway across the world. I mean, I've already got 2 kids at this point, and she's
all right.
taking care of them.
Okay. Are you guys still together?
No, we've been divorced for 24 years. So
see, now looking back,
I regret it. I regret not.
Oh, trust me.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you made the right call, and obviously, looking back, you go, well, damn, I should have.
Yeah.
And I went to Ocean City once, right? Similar thing. We had rented a house. There was like 8 of us staying in a house, and now it's a duplex. So in the house directly next door, these 6 chicks from Pennsylvania, and for whatever reason, they determined that they liked me in particular, right? So I'm like, okay, this is going to happen. I have no doubt about the fact that this is going to happen. So we were leaving on a Sunday. The girls were staying through Wednesday, and they said to me, like, hey, just stay at our house. Baltimore's on the way back up to PA. We will drop you off. And trust me when I tell you that I desperately wanted to do this because all these chicks are hot. And like you said, not a lot going on. They're partying on the beach. It's as easy as it gets. But I made the decision. I said, man, trust me, I would love to, but I got a job. I have to go to work Monday. So I was working at Chi-Chi's at the time. And I'm pissed. But I go into work Monday, and I got fired.
Why'd you get fired?
That day. Oh, just cuts across there. Not just me. It was like me and maybe 4 other people. And I'm like, you
should have taken a bus
I was
back to Ocean City.
So angry, man. And it's like,
I'd have taken a bus to Ocean City.
Oh, I was livid. And it's like, well, it's not. I'm like, look, man, I'm not even mad about losing the job. It's a restaurant. You can get a job at another restaurant. I'm like, I don't think you understand. And it was like, Dwayne. And I explained to him the situation. And he just laughed. He's like, brother, I'm sorry, man. I get it. I'm like, Dwayne, seriously, man, you could have told me Friday I'd still be there. I'd be getting laid by all these different people. And I came back to come to work, and I'm getting fired today. That still bugs me, man.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
That is a tough one.
It just, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, man, whatever. It was what it was. But yeah, I'm still bitter. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So it was, and I'm trying to remember, it was 1987, 1988. I was in the Marine Corps Reserves, and we're going down to do our summer training down at Camp Pendleton, halfway between San Diego and L.A., and my buddy, and I'm going to use his initials and his last name, DJ Charles. And if he's still listening, I hope he calls in to confirm this. He and I are in the Marines. We're doing this thing. And he's like, hey, my cousin is around there in L.A. He and his buddies, his friends, are going to pick me up. And we're going to go out on the town in L.A. And it was like Friday night, long week training. And I'm like, no, never mind. I'm not going to go. He's like, no, Mike, you got to come with me. You got to come with me. I'm like, no. So instead, he's getting ready. We're in the barracks. He's getting ready. He goes out. I've got my laundry, my shower shoes, my shorts, and my nasty T-shirt. And he goes out, and this car pulls up, and this tall, lanky guy, you guys know him as Duff McKagan, gets out, hugs him, they get in the car, and drive off.
Now, did you know that it was Duff at the time?
No. Afterwards, he tells me, oh, yeah, my cousin's in this band, Guns N' Roses, whatever it was back. And I'm like, what? Afterwards, as the years progress, because this was 87 to 88. As the years progress, I'm like, oh, my God, it gets even more painful as the years progress. It was, I haven't talked to DJ in 30 years, but I'm sure he remembers what a dummy I was.
Oh, I'm sure, man.
Yep.
That would have been a good time. That would have been a real good time, I suspect.
Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. Well, he came back. That was Friday. He came back Sunday, late afternoon. And, of course, he's telling everybody what a great time he had. And they're drinking, doing stuff. And,
Yeah, they used to do stuff.
Doing stuff.
Doing stuff.
Doing stuff.
I got one other one. Mike said to throw it in if you got time.
Sure, go ahead.
If you want to be even more depressed. There was a bar downtown Seattle called the Down Under. Years ago. Bar, dancing. My friend and I go there. I'm kind of a dorky kid. This was back in the early 90s. So we're just going there to dance and maybe get drunk and maybe talk to a girl. Well, I sit down at this table. He gets up and leaves. These two young women sit down across the table from me. And I don't know if they were pulling my leg or not, but we have been celibate for a while. We're in love with each other. We want to include somebody. You seem like you might be a decent person. Let's talk, and maybe we'll all three go home tonight together. And I'm like, yeah, this is great. More drinks. Come on. Let's dance. Let's talk. Let's whatever. I'm drinking. I'm dancing. I get so drunk. I am so sick. I stumble outside, sit on the curb, and I'm literally throwing up in the gutter.
Dude.
I see these two young ladies leave the bar, get into a cab back then, and leave with another guy.
And you've never had the opportunity for a threesome since?
Oh, no. If you met me, you'd be like, yeah, that was your only chance.
No, that's what I'm saying. I truly believe that those opportunities, almost, I feel
like they come up once.
Maybe once in your lifetime.
My 22nd birthday. They were both named Jen, which was fantastic. And I worked with one. I did not know she liked me. She had a friend who I did know liked me that we didn't work with. Anyway, my birthday came up. It's a work day. She's like, hey, man, we just want to take you out after work. I'm like, cool, whatever. Thought it'd be drink. It wasn't. It was great. It was fantastic, right? So it's the one and only time it has ever happened in my life, right? It will never happen again. But I remember I get home. It's probably like 3 a.m. I live with a bunch of people, and I'm tiptoeing up the stairs. And my buddy Tony. Now, keep in mind, Tony's girlfriend is in the bedroom, okay? And their bedroom is kind of like catty corner to mine. So I get up the stairs. Tony is standing in the doorway. His girlfriend's asleep, as best I can tell. And he is pissed, man. He's like, You had a threesome? I'm like, yo, man. I was like, look, that chick Jen I worked with, whatever. It ended up working out. Man, you should have called me. You should have invited me, blah, blah, blah. He was true sex hound.
Why would I call you?
Right. And I'm trying to explain to him. He's not hearing it. I'm like, Tony, first of all, it's a threesome. We had all the parts that we needed. Two, they don't know you. They've seen you, but they don't know you. They did not ask about you. This wasn't an invite your friends thing. Like, he didn't want to hear it. And he's just bitching at me, and I'm like, this is unbelievable. You're mad that I didn't invite you to my threesome. That happened to be on my birthday. That's the only reason I got hooked up. And your girlfriend's right behind you in bed, dude. You know what I mean? He was livid. Yeah.
What were you so close to doing? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
All right, so let's see, where do I begin? Let's begin right here. So I'm recently, within the last year, 100% clean and sober. I'm actually waiting on a NA meeting right now while I call you guys. So in the height of my addiction, cocaine was my drug of choice. And I decided one night when I was higher than, a giraffe vagina that I was going to try and smoke crack.
Okay.
Okay, well...
why did you want to go from coke to crack? I'm just curious.
Because I got to the point where I wasn't getting high anymore on the cocaine, and I heard that crack cocaine was the next best thing.
Okay.
So I decided to hit the interwebs and get on Reddit and try and figure out how to cook crack cocaine myself.
Do it yourselfer. I like that.
You clearly don't listen to rap.
I'm a do-it-yourselfer, I'm not calling a guy to call a guy to find me some crack. I already got half of the means necessary to do it. So everybody on the Reddit forums was saying, you're probably going to waste the first batch or two. Don't get too mad. Well, me in my mind, I can't afford to waste a bag. So instead of the almost doing crack cocaine, I decided instead that I was going to do a butt slushy. And if you boys don't know what a butt slushy is, that's when you mix said drugs with a little bit of water. Take yourself a little syringe, no needle involved.
Wow. That way you don't mess your nose up too bad.
Yeah, the nose was already messed up, and doing the research, you have millions of nerve endings in your anus, and when I tell you that I might just smoke crack, with that butt slushy, I'll tell you right now, that's the highest I've ever been in my life, boys.
The crack butt slushy.
What made it all come to an end? What was your determining factor?
I just gave myself a butt slushy of crack.
Well, I mean, the butt slushy wasn't the determining factor. It was, the fact that I like having a family, and that family was getting ready to leave my ass. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're married with kids?
Married with one kid,
Okay.
trying to have another.
All right.
Well, congratulations on a year of sobriety, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Okay.
I don't want to mess up my crack batch, so I'm going to do this as a suppository.
I'm never having a slushy ever again.
I've heard boofing,
Right.
butt funnels, butt slushies.
No butt slushies.
I was just like, I'm with Miles. I like slushies too much. I don't even want to hear those two words together.
That was a little too much for me. I was like, all right, one more time I'm going to have to
You
start
don't think it just sounds cute? Oh, little butt slushies.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's pertinent to the story. Like, I thought he'd say enema.
No, butt slushy.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Have you thought about all the places in your life where you could have lived? Just based on if you would have taken a job, if you would have done what you were going to do, if you're going to, go with someone, go with a chick. I mean, there's tons of crappy places that I could have ended up just going to school. It's a crap hole called Glenville, West Virginia. Got an opportunity to play football there.
Why'd you turn it down? Just because of where it was?
Because of Glenville.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it.
And my high school coach was trying to talk me into it. So I was, well, he went there to coach.
Okay, I got you.
And, then where else? Shepherdstown. Oh, God, just hellholes.
What's in Shepherdstown? I had a couple buddies.
Shepherdstown College.
I had a buddy who played baseball there.
Kansas City.
That was right before we met, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
KC.
I was
sports station or something?
Well, no, it was a classic rock station. I didn't have a job. And I just been let go because they put smooth jazz on.
Kenny G kicked his ass.
And so I'm fishing around looking for a job, and I get an offer, and the guy goes, "Hey man, I need you to fly out here this weekend." Blah 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 blah. The station was called the Fox.
Of course it was.
The Fox. I think they did Double Shot Tuesdays or something. Yeah, one of those places. Block Party weekends, all the good stuff. And the guy's going to buy me a ticket, and at that point in time, they were hard tickets. Like I was going to go to the counter, get a ticket that he was going to pay for, that kind of thing, and go down to Kansas City for the weekend. And so it's like 2 days before that, I get a call from my old boss, your boss at the time, Bill Pasha. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
There's no way he handled it.
And I'm like,
"Hey, Miles,
I'm Bill. I'm painting my freaking house because I need to sell it because I just lost my job." He's like, and also I'm going through a divorce with 2 kids, man. Like, I got to get out of here. And he's like, "Do me a favor, if you could, what are you up to?" I'm like, "Well, I'm going to go to Kansas City and check this out." He's like, No. I don't want you to do that. I would like for you to maybe come to my office tomorrow and meet with me, and we will talk, and just tell the man that maybe you'll come next weekend. And I was like,
that is how Bill operates. That's exactly how we talk.
All right, dude, I'll tell him. So I called the guy. I was like, "Man, I can't make this weekend. I got crap going on. Like, how about the following weekend?" He's like, "All right." So I go talk to Bill, and Bill's like, "All right, you're going to go on the air tonight." I'm like, "Bill, there's a hurricane." I'm like, I am not. I'm like, seriously, there's a hurricane blowing through tonight. And he's like, "Just make up some name." So I was like, because I was at a non-compete, so I wasn't supposed to be on the air.
Right, you can't use.
But I'm doing reports for a hurricane.
Yeah.
So like normally I would crack the mic like 3 or 4 times. Just like a normal guy on playing music.
Yeah.
I'm on the mic all freaking night long.
Yeah.
Giving reports, looking at the wire, the whole deal. But every time I'd use a different name. I'd be like, "I'm Stormy Rivers," or whatever. I had all these different names. Every break I took, just to mess with the guy who fired me.
Oh, yeah.
I gave a different name. And Bill's like, all right, you're good. You got a job. So
yeah, there you go.
I didn't end up in Kansas City. Thank God for that.
That's why we're here, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And we were just doing a show in
Kansas
Baltimore.
City, yeah.
Same guy, that guy Bill, he had left, and he was kind of our defense from the evil folks that worked there. And he just said, and we're a little bit smarter now, but at the time, we're like, "Bill, man, what are we going to do if you're not here?" Because everyone here, not everyone, but the bosses here hate us. I mean, they come after us, everything. Because, well, all I would suggest is, I know they're waving a contract in front of your face. Just don't sign that. I was like, "Yeah, I don't want it." And like 3 weeks later, we figured it all out. Like, oh, okay.
Tara Daly, Steve Mix from the Daily Mix Morning Show coming up. We're going to sit and spin. We've got the 10 greatest power ballads in rock on the way. And your email's up next for the men's room at KISW.com.
Hinge Health gives you access to pelvic floor therapy at no cost to you. So you can laugh until you cry, not pee, and tell pelvic pain to take a hike so you can too. Check your eligibility at hingehealth.com/move.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Momentarily, joined by the Daily Mix Morning Show. We'll sit and spin. We've got the 10 greatest power ballads in rock. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Oh, let's jump on a couple from our question. What were you so close to doing? Guys, 25 years ago, went to a party at a girl's house who I was trying to hook up with. I got so drunk that she had to put me to bed, in her bed. I later learned she was trying to let me sleep it off and was going to just come join me later. But I woke up shortly after she put me in there. Stood up and apparently proceeded to mistake her bed for a toilet, and she walked in while I was hosing down her mattress. Life lesson in a riddle. Mind your booze if you're trying to make moves. That from Irish.
Jesus, man.
I mean, yeah.
That's bad all the way around.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah. Miles' farting story. I have one like that one, too. Just terrible.
Yep.
But I can still think about it now. And it's fine. Like, I'm a full adult, but, like, that was my one shot with that one girl.
Oh. What you just didn't do
Same
it?
thing. We were having a giant Christmas party. We used to always dress up. We had bartenders and everything.
Yeah.
I did not realize that basically when we're slow dancing, that everybody else has cleared out. And, like, people are watching it, right? And, like, you know, when you're, like, four heads are resting on each other. But, I didn't think I had a chance. I had drank a little too much. I had to run outside and puke.
Dude. And I mean, forehead to forehead, you're the only two people.
How old were you?
21.
Okay, I mean,
I was so in it, I didn't even know the dance floor had cleared.
Right.
Like, I felt bad about it, and then, like, I think I ran over to, like, I don't know, like, get a pack of... I tried to cover up the fact I had to puke, and I came back, and everybody's like, oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, when they're retelling the story, and I'm just like, what? They're like, when you ran out that door, they were like, we didn't, but it was like you could hear the record scratch.
Oh.
And she's just standing there like, God damn it. I said I'm starting to feel bad about it again.
Right, yeah.
Well, weren't you pining after her for years?
Years!
Damn.
It was the only shot I had.
Is she married now?
Yeah.
She fat?
Damn it.
No!
It
Still
looks
a
great.
smoke show. The guy's awesome. They got a great family. We're still friends. And I love
mad
it.
about it.
As you can tell.
Guys, my buddy is a lieutenant colonel in the Army. Several years ago, he asked me to be a part of a training exercise. They needed to practice mountaintop rescues. He wanted me to play the part of the stranded civilian. Some of my biggest passions, hiking, camping, bushcrafting, anything like that. Just as the planning started, COVID hit, and everything got shut down.
Aha.
On 2 different occasions, there have been women that I was interested in dating that ended up dating friends of mine before I could ask them out, which then allowed me to get to know them better, thus resulting in me realizing that in both cases, I really dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could happen too.
Buddy tried to talk me into buying Bitcoin back when it was less than $1 a coin. Almost did it. Then I decided this is a joke. It's not going to do anything. And one more.
I had a buddy that had one, and he cashed it in because we wanted to buy stuff off Silk Road.
Oh, damn.
How much would it be worth now? 60,000? Is that what it is?
I don't even know. We just agreed to never bring it up again.
Okay, all right.
It'd be nice like the Warby Parker thing, but I work with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1997, I started studying, is it Shaolin Kung Fu?
Shaolin?
Okay. When I visited the school the first time, I learned about all the different forms, weapons, and a 3-week trip to China coming up. I was sold. I worked hard and had just achieved my first degree black belt and was set to travel. 2 days before liftoff, I had emergency surgery instead. To top it all off, I had no travel insurance. The happy part is that, well, I'm still alive. Cheers, guys. That from Holly. All right, time for a couple of birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
Good afternoon, fellas. Today is my daughter's birthday, Stella, a.k.a. The Beans, a.k.a. Stella Bean. Or Steely Bean, or Stella Bean is 2. Could she please get a fish sandwich medley and a couple of dad jokes? Love the show and rock on. That from Mom and from Dad.
Can I get
A filet of fish sandwich.
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I'll order a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side.
Ooh, yeah.
I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some relish in the morning. At noon and at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Here's a joke from a listener, Eric, in North Vancouver, BC. Asked my wife if I was the only one she slept with.
Oh, yeah?
She said yes. The others were 7s and 8s. Guys, I won a medal at the weather forecasting event.
Oh, yeah?
I beat the reigning champion. I don't like this one, even though it's a little bit deep.
Sounds like you scored the most dew points.
What's one card trick that every magician can do? What's one card trick every magician could do?
I don't know.
Display an insufficient fund balance.
Oh. Wow. Magician.
Normally it's like a drummer or whatever, you know. Albatol is my husband. Justice is turning 32 today. He's a huge fan of the Men's Room. I want to surprise him with a birthday shout-out. Happy birthday, Justice. You're living proof a guy can have the mouth of a sailor and the heart of a teddy bear. Hope your birthday is packed with good laughs, great friends, dank joints, and another year of being unapologetically you. Happy birthday. Lots of love from the lovely Natasha.
Mike, what's the Batman joke about him ordering a cocktail or whatever? He wants just ice. That's a strong name of that dude, Justice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Love you guys.
Quiet
What a birthday
felon.
shout out for my son Leo, turning double decades, 20 today. Would love the Dirty Germans giving him advice on the best pickup lines as a soccer player with the ladies, and a dad joke or two for Miles. Thanks and cheers, guys. That from Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stupid soccer pickup lines like, are you a match highlight? Because I keep replaying you in my mind. But I think as a soccer player, you walk up to them and say, I hear you like balls.
Yeah. Well, you could mention to them that parts of their bodies are like a winter beverage. Needs a little nutmeg.
Yeah.
By the way, the term still makes me laugh.
Dad jokes.
Yeah.
Guy next door stops by and said, so I heard you and your family had a maining time sing the Ebers at the Oo. My wife says, who was that? I said, it's our nosy neighbor. Really? My neighbor told me he was scared to plant an apple tree.
Oh, yeah, why?
I told him to grow a pair. My grandfather, he warned people the Titanic would sink.
Oh, yeah?
So they kicked him out of the theater. And one more. Fellas, can we get a birthday song and some dad jokes for my biker babe coworker Paula? She's 49 and still holding. LOL. We've asked the Dirty Germans to wish her a happy birthday, but they were afraid when they heard she rides a Harley. Thanks, fellas, and stay out of the heat. That's from Jeremy, the tax guy.
Yeah, I like this idea of Paula riding a hog.
Yeah. Does that make me the hog?
Yeah. What is that movie, Mike? Wild Hogs? Yeah.
Yeah.
Paula's a wild hog.
It's starring two Germans.
Yeah.
Thinking about cooking alligator for dinner today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But I only have a crock pot.
That's a good one.
How do you learn the language in Manila?
Envelop it?
Find a dude and tag along.
Okay.
And finally,
tag along. That's the name of the language.
What is the difference between a pound and a euro? The difference between a pound and a euro.
You can't euro your wife.
No, I don't euro your mom.
Oh. Dang. I don't euro your mom.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's world famous sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, check out over to 508. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 550. But first, quick check with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. Someone made a sex toy collection inspired by the 4 original starter Pokemon.
Okay.
It fits.
What are their names?
Yeah, hang on.
There's Pikachu, one of the originals.
Yes. The sex toys. This is going to be weird. There you are. Okay.
Are you disturbed by what you're seeing right
I'm
now?
a little bit disturbed because this was my childhood. Look,
No,
when I was growing up, that's when Pokemon first hit the market. I knew of all these starter Pokemon. This was the great choice when I was a kid. Which one are you going to go
Well,
with?
now you've grown up with it.
Right?
They can still be part of your life, Mike.
Everybody chose Charmander. I chose Squirtle. That was my favorite.
Squirtle. Oh,
huh?
perfect name.
I know. It already writes itself. Nobody chose Bulbasaur. They were the weirdos. And then there was the Pikachu. You had to have the yellow version to have that guy. So what do we got here as far as their names go? You have Bulbipulse.
Okay.
Charmy Buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Squirty Blast. And Picky Plug.
What does Picky Plug do?
Yeah, you grow a tail, basically, is what you end up having in there.
I always wanted a tail.
I'm going to get you those for Christmas, man.
Oh, my God. Did it actually come with
Revisit
cards,
your
too?
childhood.
That might actually come with... They created new cards. Oh, my God. It comes with 5 different new Pokemon cards that feature the toys.
All right, get that in your collection, kids.
I mean, it's cool. It's got a cool little carrying case. Got all the...
I like you're impressed by the cards.
I am, honestly, the design is really well done. This set is really cool. It's just a filthy thing that they've made here. I'm rather impressed.
I'm with you. It's just because it's a child's thing.
It is, but luckily,
I get adults do it.
Not anymore.
Luckily, there's no
It's called Pokemon
childish figures here. They're merely based off of it. So that's the turtle one there. That's the little dragon. That's the Pikachu and all that. So
all right. I guess that's just how I think of it.
Hang on, I'm going to send these to Tim. I know Tim can get these up there. Hang on.
So we can all...
6 toys. There we go. There's a picture on there, Tim. I don't know if we'll get in trouble. We'll find out later.
Yeah, I Googled it.
Why would they be upset?
I don't know.
They'd be like, great, please spread the word. We want people to buy our pinky plug.
It's not like they're in use.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? They're merely there, and they're not phallic looking. Like, it's not like, here's the big chardong or anything like that.
Chardong.
It's my favorite character, Chardong.
Chardong. He comes out there. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Damn.
Let's see my pokey hog.
Oh, jeez. Okay, we're moving on. Congratulations, Puyallup. You're the owners of the McDonald's with the fifth least reliable ice cream machine in the country.
What do you think? Is it the machine? Is it the servicing of the machine? Is it the upkeep of the machine?
It's lying employees.
Yes.
Well, I'm assuming that all of these are unified.
It's lying and
You know, like
fudging
they're all-
employees. Was my experience as far as the restaurant that I
they're
worked at. It was
taking-
not McDonald's.
They're not taking care of it properly?
No.
No, they don't want to make all that crap out of there. They don't want to have to do all the mixture, so they tell you that it's broken.
Correct.
Aha, okay.
Right.
All right.
That's
Okay.
not 100% of the time, but
Right.
that's about 50%.
For where
of the
I
time.
worked personally, this was not a McDonald's, but for where I worked personally, we had a milkshake machine. And the
Yeah.
thing is that they came in bladders, the milkshake mix
Yeah.
came in bladders that were literally that big. They were huge. And there was no way to plug them back up and just put a little bit in there. No, you dumped the entire thing in there. So when we close at 10 o'clock at night and it's 9:30 and we've just hit our last milkshake, hey, could I get a milkshake?
Machine's
Sorry,
broken.
machine's
Well,
busted.
but that would also be the Sunday machine, too, right?
The Sunday machine.
The hot fudge Sunday.
We didn't have a hot fudge Sunday.
Oh, I'm just thinking McDonald's.
Yeah, probably all. So they'd
Yeah,
say,
it's
like,
just
hey, man.
soft serve, right?
It doesn't work.
All right.
And it's right. After a while, it's like, look, we're
And look-
getting close to closing time.
I get it, bro. I worked in restaurants. I'd say the exact same thing.
Well, and some of them, I just Googled it too. Like, credit to McDonald's. They have very strict rules and everything.
Yeah.
So I guess it takes 4 hours for that machine to clean itself.
Right. So, like,
Yeah.
once you start the process, like, hey, man, no, machine's broken.
And
then I guess if something goes wrong with it, if it's not at the right temperature, they can't just fix it. You got to call corporate and have them fix
right.
it.
And when you pour it in there, you got to sit there and you got to wait for it forever to chill down and get to the right consistency to be soft serve ice cream.
And see, all this explanation said, yeah, machine's broken.
Right.
Correct.
We got a comment here on the YouTube. It made cleaning easier. You cut down on closing time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. It's not that it's laziness.
It's not about being
they're
lazy.
fudging
It's
it.
annoying.
Right.
It's
Look, if you go to a lot of bars and stuff, generally the late night menu is just going to be things they can drop in the fryer.
Right.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
They don't want to
Oh, yeah.
have to clean off the grill and everything again.
We're running short on time here, so let's just get right to the Merriam-Webster word of the day. Put
All
your
right.
thinking caps
Come
on,
on.
gents. I give you guys a 90% chance of success
Okay.
on this one.
Then Steve's got to give Ted and I a chance.
Okay, Steve, I want you, when you have a thought in your head, give it a 3 count. I want you to count
Well,
out
just
loud
like
1,
this,
2,
but
give us a chance.
You seem very confident that I'm going to know this.
90%.
Out loud for 3 seconds. Ted, I think you're going to get this one, bud. It is a noun brought to you by the letter D. Now, it's one of those where it's not one word, okay? It's multiple. It's more of a phrase of the day, okay?
All right.
And noun brought to you by the letter D. Now, this is a plural noun that refers to the hottest time of the year, in which the northern hemisphere is usually between July and early September. Can also refer to a period of stagnation or inactivity suggestive of hot, sultry weather when it can be difficult to summon the energy required for hard work. It is the hottest time of the year.
Deluge?
D word. No, deluge is different,
Deluge.
Miles. That's
That's
rain.
rain.
Okay. Jesus, man, 90% chance I should know this. The hottest time of year.
This is the time of the summer, Ted.
Dog days of summer?
Dog days of
Oh,
summer.
wow, look out. I was hoping you didn't get it so I could say it.
Did you have that?
I did. First, I had doldrums. Then I'm
All
like,
right.
oh, but that's one word. So yeah, dog days of summer.
Ted,
Yeah, I mean, it is. I always use it for baseball, too.
Isn't it like
Just like
between
July.
like July and August?
Yeah.
or something like that. I feel like those are the dog days of summer.
Yeah, they said the early July and early September is basically that
okay.
time frame is the dog days of summer. There you go.
Yeah, because everybody loves the weather, but a month from now, people are like, it's too hot. I'm ready for fall.
Right.
I'm one of those people.
I know. I am not.
Brain scans of people watching TV dramas revealed that we track on-screen rivalries more clearly than friendships.
Oh, sure. Right. Yeah. I mean, if you watch anything, conflict inevitably is the base of the story. So I want to know who the rival is.
I mean, I'm a WWE fan. We live for the rivalries that are on screen.
I mean, think about anything that's a drama. Star Wars. There's Darth Vader. There's Luke Skywalker.
Exactly.
Very aware of what they're doing.
Right. I mean, sometimes in superheroes, the villains are more popular.
Right.
Yes.
People
Sports.
make fun of Robin all the time, but they love the Joker.
That's right. Sports. The biggest games of the year are the biggest rivalries that you got.
Right.
Correct.
Even if the teams suck, it's like, yeah, but they're playing each other.
Right. There's a reason why we watch the Niners every year play the Seahawks. We love that we're playing them twice a year. We actually hate that we're playing them twice a year. But
No, you hate playing them 3 times a year, is my understanding last year.
yeah. But we get to kick their ass 3 times a year.
That's third time was sweet.
The Men's Room Top 10.
So I decided let's go to yardbarker.com where they have the best TV character rivalries. I'm going to give you guys the TV show because they name a whole lot of rivalries here. If we don't know what it is, we're not going to dwell on it too long, okay?
All right.
So let's see here. Did anybody watch Abbott Elementary?
Yeah.
So they go with Miss Janine Teagues versus Miss Ava Coleman as far as a top TV rivalry from Abbott Elementary.
I mean, sure, that Ava is the principal of the school.
Right.
Completely unqualified, very funny character, but yeah, she just kind of rubs everyone the wrong way.
Said they're pushing the boundaries of the term rivalry with this one. There isn't really anything
they're not
cutthroat
really
when it comes to the professional relationship, but
It's just more, can you do your freaking job?
exactly.
And pretty much no.
From All in the Family,
Meathead and Archie,
Archie versus Michael Stevick.
which is Meathead.
That was Meathead? Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. They couldn't be more contrasting. They were both stubborn. Michael is progressive, well-educated, and confidently opinionated. Of course, Archie argued at 2 speeds, loud and louder. His open bigotry and political incorrectness naturally clashed with Michael. As far as Breaking Bad, the big rivalry of Breaking Bad.
All right.
Come on, Ted, you got Dog Days of Summer.
You got this, Ted.
So it's not. Man, I don't know. Is it Tuco?
Nope, not Tuco. Gus. Walt versus
Oh,
Gustavo
Gus.
Fring.
Yep, that makes sense. My bad.
He was just he was the one that he had industrialized the meth industry, and then they had their differences, and Walter had to find a way out. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Anybody watch that one?
I did not.
Captain Raymond Holt versus Madeline Wunsch, I believe is how you say her name.
Never, I heard it's a good show.
It was
Never
funny. I didn't watch it enough.
They just said they were work partners. Then Holt spurned a sexual advance by telling her that he was gay, and Wunsch never got over the fact that she looked bad in the process. Ever since they tried to make each other's lives miserable.
But it's hard to really have a rivalry in a comedy.
Yeah.
No kidding.
That's why I'm like, that's a very funny show.
Well, I mean, Newman and Seinfeld, right?
You know what? You're right.
You don't
You're
even
right.
know what the issue was. They just didn't like each other.
But he was also a very serious character in Brooklyn Nine-Nim. Like, he was a no-nonsense character. If there was somebody that was going to have a rivalry with somebody, it would be him.
Yeah, you're right.
You know? Drew Carey Show.
Him and Mimi?
Drew versus Mimi, 100%. They said they don't end up romantically coming together. Mimi did marry Drew's brother, however. The heavily made-up Mimi lived to make Drew's life hell. She constantly called him a pig, glued Drew's hand to a dirty magazine, and sent him off to China with only a troll doll. Drew had his moments too, but Mimi usually held the upper hand on that one.
Remember, she was trying to have a baby with his brother, right?
Oh, geez.
So the final scene, she's laying in bed, and the brother walks in opposite. They're going to get down to action. And she has a bowl of beans sitting on her boobs.
Oh, no.
Right? And then as the show's ending, dude turns off the lights. Now they start having sex. You kind of hear the sheets ruffling and all that. And then you just hear that fork scraping against the She's just eating beans while he's going to town.
I know. She always called him the pig.
From Cheers, the rivalry of Cheers.
Cliff and everybody?
It's bigger than any kind of individual rivalry.
Oh, what was the name of the other bar?
Gary's Old Town Tavern.
Yeah.
100%.
The hell with Gary's.
Never really watched Cheers. So was it a constant competition between the two bars?
But you never saw anyone from
They
the other
just
bar.
went there?
And it was always mentioned.
Gotcha.
You know, they always got outdid a little bit. Better sales, different beers, whatever it was. But yeah, they always hated that.
I feel like if there's ever bars that are a lot alike, that are close together, there is that little weird rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I lived in Belltown, I'd go to 2 bars all the time. And I don't know that those people ever got along with each other. Well, they're both kind of sports bars.
Right. Weird, man.
Yeah.
Again, these are the best TV character rivalries from yardbarker.com. Cobra Kai makes the list.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that one extends even beyond the doggone
That's
TV
the
show.
whole point of the show.
The only thing that's weird is that after the show came out, you just like Johnny more than you end up liking Danny.
They were rivals in the movie.
Or Daniel, sorry.
Right. Yeah, they were rivals in the movie, but yeah, he grew up into the guy that I want to drink a beer with this guy. Where Daniel, it's like, no, man, you're nice. I'll come over to your house, hang out with your kids, talk to your wife, but you as an individual are boring.
Anybody watch Dynasty?
No. But it was,
JR and somebody?
That was Dallas.
Who was the dark? Joan Collins.
Yes, Joan Collins was in there.
And I just know she was the bad person on the show.
Linda Evans was
Linda
the other.
Evans,
Yeah, it was basically,
Wonder Woman?
They were the two there.
Was that?
Wasn't she Wonder Woman too?
Linda Evans?
No, that was Linda Carter.
I'll stop.
The Jeffersons. Best TV character
Weezy
ever.
and George.
No, I'm going to say George and, what's it, the neighbors downstairs?
Florence.
Oh, yeah, the maid.
George versus Florence Johnston. Let's see.
She
here.
was actually the worst maid.
She just didn't do anything, right? Wasn't that kind of his beef?
George liked to boss Florence around, push her buttons, and rag on her cooking and cleaning. Not to be outdone, Florence was usually quick to burn George about his diminutive stature and lack of hair.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody ever watch Living Single?
Yeah, back in the day.
Max Shaw versus Kyle Barker.
Yeah, I think they ended up getting together.
Let's see here. Max is strong-willed, highly opinionated. She's never been afraid to shut down or humble the wannabe smooth-talking stockbroker Kyle. The barbs that they exchanged made for some of the best comedy on the long-running show.
They had some great lines.
Married with Children. Again, these are the best TV character rivalries.
Al and the neighbor?
The neighbor, yeah.
Versus Marcy Rhodes.
Yeah.
That is exactly right. Well done. From The Office. What's the big rivalry from The Office?
Jim and, oh, crap, what was his name? Rain's character.
Yep.
Dwight.
Dwight Schrute. Dwight Schrute. This show actually comes with a crap ton of different rivalries. It's from the Looney Tunes franchise. Steve, you're the big Looney Tunes guy. What is the biggest rivalry from the Looney Tunes? In your opinion.
Yeah. So to me, the biggest rivalry would be Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck.
Okay.
Because Daffy Duck always has it out for Bugs, but it's not reciprocated. Bugs Bunny does not care.
Correct.
There's also Sylvester
There's
Tweety.
Coyote and Roadrunner.
Coyote Roadrunner is a fantastic one.
That's what I would put.
Yosemite Sam and everybody.
Yep, it's Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner. These two were only ever on screen together. They did not appear really ever in any other cartoons.
Never saw Roadrunner, and the only other Coyote they showed, they gave him a red nose. So that
Correct.
you knew it was not Wile E.
That was not Wile E.
Yeah.
It's Kylie Coyote.
Yeah, it's Kylie Coyote.
Sanford and Son. Again, best TV character rivalries.
Oh, Fred Sanford and Esther.
That is correct.
Golly. Man, they had...
She had a look on her face like...
I mean, there's just some things that he
The
said. I
picture
don't
they
know.
got, she does just look perma-pissed.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
They made fun of her looks. You know.
Oh, yeah. He said, what was this one line to her? Like, she walked into the house. They hate each other. Like, oh, if I knew you were coming over, I'd have gotten some dough so I could smash your face into it and make gorilla cookies. It's like, God damn, man.
From Saved by the Bell. Big rivalry from Saved by the Bell.
I mean, I would say Zach and Mr. Belding.
Zach versus Slater they go with. AC Slater.
Yeah.
Mario
I mean,
Lopez.
that's true, but sometimes they, like, teamed up together and got along.
Okay.
But I guess with any rival, sometimes your common enemy can be, with them.
That's fact. A couple honorable mentions here as we wrap things up from Scrubs. JD versus the janitor.
Damn, the janitor was so good.
He was awesome.
Seinfeld, you guys nailed it. Jerry versus Newman. Also from Seinfeld, Elaine versus Sue Ellen.
Oh, Sue Ellen Mitchke.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking around braless.
From Stranger Things, 11 versus Vecna, which is that was kind of the basis
kind
of
of
the
the
whole
whole thing, yeah.
doggone show. Tom and Jerry, just a classic rivalry right there.
Great friends in real life, yeah.
And then I'll leave you with
off
this.
screen.
Off-screen,
Off
dude.
screen, they were
Super tight.
Then I'll leave you with this last and final TV character rivalries from yardbarker.com. They go with The Walking Dead.
Humans against dead people.
Rick Grimes versus Negan Smith.
Okay.
Which I didn't watch the show into that particular era of it, but from what I see, that was kind of everybody's favorite real moment of the show, I believe. That's
I
when
watched
it really.
like 4 episodes, and I'm like,
I think when Negan showed up is when it really kind of regained new life. He was the new big bad guy that showed up, and it's like, how in the world do we take this guy out? A town in England had hundreds of people lose power, and they figured out what caused the outage, Miles.
What it caused the outage?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
yes, indeed. And today we toast 30-year-old Fernando Alexander, Jr. of Jacksonville, Florida. Now, you might be tempted to try to switch seats after a cop pulls you over, driving drunk, whatever you're going to do. But it's not something you should try to do, because most of the time, it doesn't work in your favor. And this guy found a way to do it even worse. So he was pulled over last Wednesday, and he tried to pull off the switcheroo. One big problem, however. The car was not in park. So while he and his passenger were switching seats, he lifted his foot off the brake. The car was in reverse, so it immediately started rolling back until it finally came to a stop. When it hit the cop car behind him, that had pulled him over. Now, thankfully, no one was hurt, but he did try to run off. He was quickly caught and arrested. He's facing several felony charges, including leaving the scene of a crash with property damage. Sounds like he may have been a drug dealer, and he was on a suspended license.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I tried to do the switcheroo, takes his foot off the brake, and it's like, you just hit the car that pulled you over, dumbass.
He hasn't been making a lot of good decisions.
No, not at all. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tunnies. Down the hola, bichola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhook, please tell everyone on Profile This is played.
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth, Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Now, our caller has since dropped off. You three gentlemen will be playing against one another. And today you have one of three categories to choose from. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem. And finally today, License to Spill, where you guess the substance responsible for creating the mess.
Let's go License to Spill.
An unusual highway spill in central Ohio left part of an interstate covered in product after a semi carrying nearly 40,000 pounds of the cargo spilled, prompting an environmental response and cleanup effort. The Berkshire, Sunbury, Trenton, and Galena Fire District said crews responded after receiving reports of a semi-truck product along the interstate. Fire District said the mystery material turned out to be a trailer full of 40,000 pounds of stuff leaking, adding that the incident was just a reminder that you never know what you're going to encounter on the job.
It was just, the truck was leaking, the guy didn't have any idea, it was just going down the road.
Right, so this highway is just getting covered in this crap, right, because it's leaking out of the truck. So, according to the Columbus Dispatch, crews did not wash the product off the roadway because of concerns about it entering storm drains in nearby waterways. Instead, responders used containment pools and hazardous materials equipment while notifying the Environmental Protection Agency to help prevent the spill from reaching the drains. In a statement to the Columbus Dispatch, Fire Chief Chris Kovach, he said the trucking company was responsible for arranging the cleanup of the spill. No injuries were reported in connection with the incident, and authorities have not released additional information about what caused the leak. Now, the question is, what was the truck leaking? Was it glue? Was it hydraulic fluid? Was it Pabst Blue Ribbon? Or was it Frank's Red Hot? So glue, hydraulic fluid, Pabst Blue Ribbon, or Frank's Red Hot?
I think this is a very, very sad story. We lost a lot of PBR that day.
You're saying PBR?
What was the last one after Pabst?
Frank's Red Hot.
Environmental hazard.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you can eat or drink something that's an environmental hazard. I'm going glue.
Glue.
Yeah. But I think it's an environmental hazard because fish they're not used to hot sauce.
All right.
Frank's Red Hot?
Frank's Red Hot.
Okay. Well, Buffalo Wild Wings was founded in Ohio.
Was it?
Yeah.
It was.
That makes sense.
That's why they started calling
Mike,
it
what do you
Buffalo.
think?
You went glue?
It's PBR.
Oh, I'm sorry, PBR.
Oh, PBR. Okay. All right, there we go. What spilled all over the highway? Was it glue, hydraulic fluid, PBR, or Frank's Red Hot? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
At the University of Arizona Online, we bring a top-ranked education to you. We offer 150-plus programs, 100% online. Expand your career opportunities by earning a degree that meets you right where you are. Learn from the same faculty and earn the same degree as on-campus students. Build your future with Arizona Online. Classes start every 7.5 weeks. Apply today and make your tomorrow amazing.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Lockridge, and I'm the host of a new podcast from Odyssey called Family Lore. In this podcast, I'm going to have people on to tell unusual and sometimes far-fetched stories about their families.
I've heard my whole life that she invented the margarita.
And then, we're going to investigate those stories and find out how much of it is true.
He gets a patent 1 month before the Wright brothers. Oh my God.
Please follow and listen to Family Lore, an Odyssey podcast, available now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your shows.
Category is licensed to spill on profile this. We got a highway spill in Ohio, left an interstate covered in stuff. It's actually an environmental hazard because the truck didn't tip over. It was just leaking the stuff up and down the interstate. Question is, what was the truck leaking? Was it glue, hydraulic fluid, PBR, or Frank's Red Hot sauce?
Miles, we start with you. You went glue. It was not glue, but you're right. Definitely be an environmental hazard. Mike, you went PBR. Yeah. It's not strong enough to be an environmental hazard. Ted, you went Frank's Red Hot.
Yes.
You're correct.
It was Frank's?
Uh-huh.
At 40,000 pounds of Frank's Red Hot.
Well, I mean, it couldn't have been,
it
couldn't have been bottled yet. It had to be like in a big tank.
It's just in a big tank. Yeah, it's not in the bottles yet.
Wow.
So he's just leaking it down the road, and they were like, look, man, like it's delicious, but we can't hose this into the water.
So what, they make it in one place and send it to a bottling company, I guess?
I guess. I don't know.
This game's kind of weird.
It was
Like the
news to
Tabasco
me.
plant in New Orleans is all in one.
Yeah, it's one thing.
One building.
So who knows? But yeah.
Maybe they were just sending it to one place and needed 40,000 pounds of Frank's.
Frank's Red
Big
Hot.
order.
I like
Told
how
you,
they
man.
do it by pounds, not even volume. You just say gallons. They're like, no, 40,000 pounds.
But if that did get into a river or
that
like a
much?
pond,
that'd be
imagine like catching a catfish. It's pre-seasoned.
Ooh,
Got Frank's on the end.
catfish.
Yeah, on the inside.
Oh, yeah. But that's on everything.
Hot bites.
Ooh, you guys want a little bass? It's pre-seasoned.
I like where your head's at, man.
Yeah.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. Your choices today.
Oh,
You got-
choices.
Yeah. You got the Jimmys,
Fallon and Kibble.
Seth Meyers, and we got to add in, because we're losing shows, we'll throw back in The Daily Show.
Okay.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title. These guys have teams of talented writers help them come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine. Is this an actual late night joke and from whom? Or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Forgot myself, Mike.
Yes, you did.
The World Cup ended with Spain defeating Argentina 1-0. The Spain-Argentina final was like a reverse Super Bowl, where the players spoke Spanish and the halftime show was in English.
Fallon.
Smith.
Daily Show.
The World Cup ended with Spain defeating Argentina 1-0 on the pitch, in the footy. The Spain-Argentina final was like a reverse Super Bowl, where the players spoke Spanish and the halftime show was in English.
In science news, scientists just detected a sugar molecule beyond our solar system for the first time. And sadly, Jupiter already has type 2 diabetes.
The Ted Smith.
Fallon?
That's me. But it doesn't make sense because it's beyond our solar system.
That's all I knew is you.
God damn it.
I'm not even kidding. I like the joke.
I was so happy with
Just
that
say in
joke.
space. All you got to they found it in space.
I know.
Yeah, once you said that, I'm like, I know this is that.
What about Eminem Mars?
Oh man. So
Yeah, I wrote it out, and then it just when I read it out loud, I was like, in my head, like, that doesn't make sense. After the game, Argentina's coach said maybe the pregame meal of Taco Bell lettuce was a bad choice. It was a great day for Spain's players, fans, and your annoying friend who studied abroad for 1 semester.
Foul.
Yeah, Fallon.
That's foul.
After the game, Argentina's coach said perhaps our pregame meal of Taco Bell lettuce was a bad choice. Yeah, it was a great day for Spain's players, fans, and your annoying friend who studied abroad for 1 semester.
Yeah, the guy that called it España weekend.
You know, they call it España. We call it Spain. We hear you.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signed a bill into law last week that allows assisted living facilities and nursing homes to serve alcohol to residents. That way, you could just tell your kids visited.
Seth.
Fallon.
That's Seth Meyers.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz signed a bill into law last week that allows assisted living facilities and nursing homes to serve alcohol to residents. That way, they can just tell you your kids visited.
I also have it on good knowledge if you have a family member, maybe got a little early onset. You can just leave a bottle of vodka in their locker and they'll forget.
So when you visit, you have something to drink.
Yeah, I mean, they serve beer and wine at happy hour at my mom's place. But when she first got in there, she was like, I like vodka. I was like, she's not. First of all, people need to know. My mom's just not a drinker.
Yeah.
So we got her one. I don't think she's ever opened it. Hey, it makes her feel good to have it, Mike.
Yeah.
After announcing that iceberg lettuce was responsible for the ongoing parasite outbreak, the FDA said they made a mistake. It was actually a false positives. And then they added, well, good luck out there.
Fallon Daily Show.
Fallon.
After announcing that iceberg lettuce was responsible for the ongoing parasite outbreak, the FDA said that they made a mistake and it was actually a false positive. Then they added, anyway, good luck out there. All right.
I'm still thoroughly confused.
I don't think they know either.
They don't.
No.
If they did, they'd
So can we go back to the bag salad?
I mean,
Probably.
your own peril. I mean, it's the thing. They're not saying, like, the thing has gone away. They're just like, oh, we were wrong about the source. So, well, what is the source? Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
It's like when you fire all the ambulance drivers and wonder why an ambulance doesn't come.
Right, exactly.
That's what they did. They fired all the people who study this and find the root of it. They got rid of them. So there's nobody to tell you what's going on because there's nobody who has that job anymore.
Is it doing anything other than just giving you the poops? Because that's my whole
but
thing. It's like,
explosive diarrhea.
It's also weeks long. It's not like a 1 or 2 day thing. This is staying with people for almost a month.
So I was like, why do we care? Like, from time to time, I get a bout or two, but
Sure. But like
I think it
dehydration, all the stuff goes with
Dehydration is the real worry, right?
And also you don't
Especially
know
in,
the
like,
source, so you don't
older
wanna keep
people
doing
and
it.
kids, right? Like, I mean, look, this is really dark and sad, but I had a buddy that had the flu, and literally that's what he died from. Because he refused to go to the hospital or doctor, and he was just puking so much that he dehydrated.
Yeah.
So that's the worry. I haven't heard it go in a month, but I've heard, it seems like to me like anything kind of like this, it probably depends on what you are as a person.
Sure.
So if you're older, I'm sure it probably can put you down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure but I think
He asked himself to death.
I just know a couple people, they're not positive it was related to that, but they literally were like, I couldn't leave the house for 3 days. And they were just laid up for 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
So, who knows? Speaking of it, though, Kelly Clarkson thinks she just kicked off her Las Vegas residency. She thinks she had it. So I could walk you through it, but why don't I let old Kelly Clarkson tell you? She said this on stage.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know if I got that thing, that people like eat lettuce. I don't know what. Okay. But last night during the show, I was like, oh my God. And I get back to my room, and I have never been so happy there is not a man in the room. Bridesmaids ain't got on what happened in my life. I was like, oh, Lord. And the part where you think it's over, you're like, it has to be over. No, girl.
I mean, to her credit, she was out there the next night.
I like it, man. Yeah, man, I had poops.
I mean, it depends on when you're staying, but I don't know. If I had to be kind of had that and couldn't leave a room for a couple days, like some of the hotel rooms I've been in Vegas wouldn't be bad.
Look, if you have Kelly Clarkson money at a hotel in Vegas, like, right, if I got to be here for 3 days, this is where I want to be.
Yeah.
God, just picturing her taking a massive
When you do room service at a Vegas hotel, can you get it from any of the restaurants in said hotel?
No.
You can't.
You know what? I don't believe so. I think generally the room service menu is specific to like what they're will send up to the rooms.
Right.
So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They would be interesting, but, most places are pretty good. All right. Mike is the biggest WWE fan in here, and I'm glad that I think this kind of annoys him, too.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So Tom Brady, he's been having like this obviously fake argument and build up with Logan Paul.
Feud is what we call it.
What is it? What is the feud over? Do we know?
No.
So they have a feud, but no one knows what they're feud.
That's my problem.
Okay, so like they have that big Fanatics festival in New York City, right? I don't know how Michael Rubin knows all those people, or he just pays them all. But it's like any sports, entertainment you could think of, they're there at that Fanatics festival.
All right.
So I want to say last year it started with Tom Brady making some comments about like wrestlers aren't real athletes or whatever, and him and Logan Paul got into it. And then they had that ridiculous flag football thing. where they were there
taking shots at him there,
right? And then like Tom Brady slapped him this year at Fanatics Fest. And they were both at the World Cup final, and he flipped him off. But you can see Brady almost giggling when he does it.
Well, sure, he's not a good actor.
He's not, and I think, yeah. So obviously, it's setting up for Tom Brady, I guess, to get into the WWE,
or at least yes, to have something to go on there. The thing is that the fan base, as far as what I have heard, is kind of tired with the celebrities that are showing up. We've had Jelly Roll come in. We've seen Logan Paul's been there for a minute.
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee has been in there and been doing
I will
stuff.
defend McAfee on this one, though. McAfee at least is a wrestling junkie.
Okay.
Yes.
And also does he was doing commentating and stuff. So I think there's a difference there. Even with Jelly Roll, some of these people you could tell just really, really like wrestling.
Right.
Like Kittle.
Yeah.
I know we don't like George Kittle. He plays for the Niners. But like Kittle's an unabashed.
But you like George Kittle.
Right. When he shows up,
He's a
you're
cool
not
dude.
shocked that they might involve him in a show.
Sure.
Right. Involve him in a show, not give him a storyline. Jelly Roll had a storyline. Pat McAfee had a storyline. Now they're giving it to Tom Brady, which here's the thing is that you'll listen to like Triple H, who's head of creative right now when it comes to WWE, and he will talk about how he loves to write a heel. But the thing about it is that they have to have a point. They have to have some sort of a connection to reality. They have to have a reason. There's really no reason but behind this feud between Tom Brady and Logan Paul. Okay, Tom Brady goes off and says that wrestlers aren't real athletes. Logan Paul is a celebrity that's in the doggone WWE. Now, Logan Paul has been doing a great job because he's a jackass, so he plays a really good heel at this point. But this is just, they're on such different levels, and I can't get into it. And it's, again, we're bringing in Tom Brady. Why is Tom Brady getting involved? The show doesn't need this. Tom Brady doesn't need this. Logan Paul doesn't need this to make any kind of a name for himself because he's already doing his own thing with the faction in the show right now. None of this needs to happen.
I think also, like Tom Brady, look at the rings and everything else. It's tough to say the greatest football player of all time, just because to me the positions are so different. But he is, a lot of people consider him the greatest football player of all. Like I'm just like, you don't need to do this.
No.
And I also think maybe Tom Brady, Miles can attest. There's a lot of guys in locker rooms that get laughs that aren't funny, that aren't cool guys. They're just the star of the team.
Yep.
So you kind of laugh along beside them, right? Maybe Tom Brady's just kind of a nerd.
Well, also, man, he did the roast. It seems like everything he does, people are going to be critical of it.
They are.
But at the same time,
but he doesn't have a lot of personality. I think that's a lot of it. It's just like, look, man, I don't care about him one way or another. Watched his career. He did great things. But when you hear him commentate or hear him comment on anything, and look, there's nothing against the guy, but he has no personality, right? He's very wooden, and that's just how he is. That's probably why he was so successful in the NFL, right? Just laser focus on stuff. But with something like the WWE, bro, personality is 99% of this, right? I mean, everyone out there is loud and crazy and insane, so it just seems weird.
I also just think when you're that level, there's kind of the mystique, right? Like, we know Jordan owns a race team. We know he likes fishing and golfing.
But you don't really hear from him.
But you don't hear from him a ton, right? I mean, granted, it was the pandemic, but I think that's what made that documentary with him, The Last Dance, so enthralling, is you just don't hear from him.
You don't know anything about
right? You know what I mean? like Messi. People talk about with Messi that, they're like, look, dude, in the locker room, he's a great soccer. He's just not that guy.
Yeah.
He's just kind of a quiet dude to this day, right? I mean, even Cristiano Ronaldo is a massive star, but you don't see him doing that stuff. So I guess for me, it's just weird. It's like, man, you're Tom Brady.
Aren't you above this? Basically.
Well, the thing with Tom Brady is that you're the greatest of all time in football. So you know what it is to have people come in and do things not good. If anybody's a judge of character as how people perform, you're it. I saw how you laid into people on the sideline. You're not good at jokes. You're not good at being an actor in WWE. Why?
Yeah. I would also just say this. There's a lot of stuff the WWE does that I don't care for, but I'm not their audience. Right? But this seems to be the only thing where I've seen both sides be like, Tom, don't do this. Wrestling fans are like, Tom, we don't need you.
Because we just got rid of the other celebrities.
Yeah, show up to an event.
We just got rid of the rest of them.
I will also say, continuing my slow build-up back to getting into football mode, first of all, Mariners looked good last night. Shout out to Cal Raleigh and getting a grand slam. Man, you two should definitely watch it, that quarterback show, just for Flacco. he comes off so kind of nerdy and whatever. And frankly, look, he's younger than I am. He's just kind of the older guy where he's like, I just love playing. Now we're to the part of last season where he's been traded to the Bengals.
Yeah.
And they go out and they just they play well or whatever and win a game. And just hearing him on the sideline because he doesn't know all the plays and he's just like, I'm just going to call this and that. When he comes off, the smile and just the joy in his voice, you're like, oh, now I get it.
Right.
That when he says, look, I just want to keep playing football. Like you kind of forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could just see that is the most pure, fulfilling thing.
Do you remember when he got there and they're like, do you miss your family back home? He's like, I mean, not really. No, I mean, like, I got 4 kids, man. He's like, this is a really nice break for me. I'm really just enjoying the peace and the quiet. I mean,
he just wasn't poking fun.
No, he was. He's like, this has been a great break.
Honestly, not really.
I don't miss him at all.
And then, this won't shock you. You end up like in Baker Mayfield.
Oh, of course.
I kind of like his wife. Obviously, she's attractive blonde. But she has gotten pregnant. So, like, when they sit in the suite for the game, she's like, I can't drink. But everybody else is drinking tequila. Like, she brings it up enough that she can't drink and how annoyed she is. So I was like, Jesus, all right.
I like this.
Right. But, it's a pretty good series. It'll get you in the mood.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Only in Montana would a drowning man be rescued by a teen with a lasso. Meanwhile, thousands are affected as a goose caused the power in one England town to blow. A naked woman attacks her mom with a saw before running over the family dog with a truck. A Florida family would like to leave their home, but unfortunately they were stuck. And in Boston, believe it or not, you can be arrested for being a mime. It's time for headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story, we're going to jolly old England, where things have gone dark. Hundreds of residents found themselves without power suddenly a couple weeks back as overhead power lines had been brought down unexpectedly. Teams responded quickly to the outage, restoring supplies to the majority of homes and businesses while they investigated the cause, getting power back to all customers by 11 that evening. Later on, they discovered the cause to be an errant goose that ran into the power line, bringing it down.
Say they are bastards.
They are.
Canadians, huh?
Right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was a Canadian goose, but
all right.
I kind of hope it was.
Yeah. I don't know that I can tell the difference. I just assume when I see one, I'm like, Canadian goose.
It's the accent.
Oh, yeah, they're very polite.
Yeah.
They make a different sound.
Hey. They wear denim.
Oh, sorry.
Poutine!
Yevgeny Molson.
Yevgeny Molson. Hockey.
Ryan Reynolds. It's not that he can talk now. It's that he has a Canadian accent.
He has a Canadian accent. That's right.
So weird to say, I don't care if he can talk, but he has a Canadian accent. Yeah. That's what got me. Stopped me in my tracks.
That'd be pretty American. Like, I found this talking goose. Anyhow, he's got a Canadian accent.
Is that weird?
A little closer to home, we go to Roy, Washington, where deputies responded to a domestic violence call. The call came from a woman claiming that her 42-year-old daughter had assaulted her with a gardening handsaw.
Damn.
While completely nude.
Okay,
yeah.
That's a way to do it.
The daughter had taken the woman's phone, prompting her to run to the neighbor's house to call authorities. The story continues as the daughter, still nude, got behind the wheel of a pickup and attempted to run her mother over while she was being assisted by the neighbor.
Lovely.
She then fled the scene with the truck, eventually being caught by authorities following a short chase and a pit maneuver that was used to bring the truck to a stop. She's now been arrested and faces some pretty serious charges.
Was she still naked? I can't imagine you took the time to put on clothes.
I mean, no. She jumped behind the wheel of the truck, completely naked, tried to run her mom over, actually did hit her, and then took off with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so she was still naked the entire time.
Feels methy.
They didn't say anything about substances. They didn't say anything about...
They probably like, we don't need to.
Right, the story didn't say anything like there was a dispute about...
she was naked, had a handsaw, attacked her mom. Like, you do the math on it.
Yeah, you can kind of put it together there. Well, let's go to Massachusetts, where things get really weird. Multiple witnesses made complaints to authorities about a creepy figure bothering them on a community walking trail. A man that addressed himself as a mime that was causing disturbances along the trail. Now, to his credit, he never harmed anyone nor made any threatening advances, though they say that he intentionally had been walking along the trail in a creepy manner, stumbled by the bushes, and walked off the path in a way that struck people as odd and creepy when they encountered him at night.
Well, he's a mime.
This constituted enough reason to put a warrant out for him to bring him in, saying that intentionally causing a disturbance and harassing people is just not appropriate.
But he's a mime.
He's not saying anything.
Right. I mean,
I think he was being creepy.
He's a mime.
Yeah.
On a trail.
Yes.
It's all right there,
You
man.
can be a mime without being a creepy mime.
On a trail?
Mimes can be creepy. It's like being a clown. You can be a clown without being creepy. Clowns
On
are creepy.
a trail.
But then you can be a creepy clown.
Once you are on a trail, you become the creepy whatever. You could be a nun. But if you're dressed as a nun and you're on a hiking trail, I'm like, that's a creepy-ass nun.
I just think it's safe to say he's taking the fifth.
Yeah, no doubt.
Good job, Ted.
Maybe that's why they arrested him. You know, it's Boston. Everyone here talks a lot. You're not saying anything.
They managed to box him in to apprehend him.
Mm-hmm. I'm with Throw. It's nighttime. You're on a trail. It's creepy.
Right, because you're dressed like a mime.
There was a gal, dude, when I lived in Issaquah, back that walking trail that was behind my apartment complex. The lady and I would go on walks frequently, and there was a little old woman, a little old Asian woman, that would walk in that trail back there, and she would clasp her hands right here, and she would sing a song that I had no idea what it was, but it was almost operatic. She was all by herself. There was nothing but little dome lights that came down from time to time on that trail, and it was creepy as hell. Yeah.
Right.
I got scared every time I heard her little singing voice all the way over. Like, oh, God.
Guess it's on a trail.
That's right.
At night. Correct. It just makes it weird, man.
It does, and I was not okay with it. It's like, oh, God, we're taking the other way around. We're not doing this. But just in case those stories up to bad taste in your mouth,
Thankfully, there's good news.
we go to Montana for the latest rescue mission. Thank you, VD. And this was sent down this went down in a very Montana way. Now, while out on a day by the river, a family quickly jumped into action when they heard calls for help. What had happened is a handful of people had lost control of their paddleboard and raft and ended up crashing into a bridge pillar, throwing all four of them into the water, sending them free-floating down the river, with one hanging onto a cooler, not saying nothing. The 14-year-old of the group wasted no time in jumping into the water with his trusty lariat. That's a lasso for you common folk. Having spent the last year practicing at home, it was now his time to shine, as he was able to rope the man on the cooler on the first toss and reel him back to shore to safety.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool, man.
I mean, when you get good at a lasso, I mean, yeah, you're going to go to the rodeo and you're going to...
But this is the moment. This is the badass moment, man.
Yeah. This is John Wayne-ish right here,
Yeah.
man.
If it had been me, that'd have been like, can he hit a man in the face with a rope?
Damn it!
If you were in Montana and the babysitter could lasso, would you be upset if they lassoed one of your kids?
No.
Like if the kid's running away, just...
Because you'd understand the situation. Really, if you could know how to use a lasso, absolutely lasso the kid. You're going to run it out in the traffic.
Lasso the kid. Men's Room Sports. There's more WNBA basketball on tonight as the Storm take on Minnesota here at home on CW, and the Mariners look to put the nail in the coffin on their series against the Reds later on tonight over on Mariners TV. As far as your weather, it's more of the same in the forecast, kids. We are looking at a low of 63 with clear skies tonight and mostly sunny skies with a high of 89 for tomorrow. That is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you next time for the return of Who Sucks Less. The lovely Jolene up in just seconds.
Yes, indeed, it's all true. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
For whatever fuels your day, there's an extra mile on the way. Even for you, who debate skipping the gym after a long day. An ice-cold energy drink and protein bar help keep you going. Fuel your day at Extra Mile at select Chevron and Texaco locations.